Okay, I'm live. How's it going? Wait. Why is that not working? Hang on one sec. Fix something. It's a real professional operation I got right here. Okay. That's why they pay me the big bucks, you know? Yeah. Let's see what we got today. Mute that. Okay. Let me pull up some stuff. I've got Plant Geezer. New video from Plant Geezer. There's the Joey Carbstrong investigation. There is an update on Ridgeland Farms in Wisconsin. There's a debate on Vegan Gaze's channel. Let's see. Type in. I want people to be able to be here before I get started. Vegan versus dairy farmer on Plant Gaze's channel. Plant Gaze. Vegan Gaze. What's up, Neil? Okay, good. Someone arrived. Thank you, Neil. All right. Let's get started then. Maybe we'll start with Plant Geezer. I had to make a call. Caught in the act. Oh no. Damn it. I lost it just as fast as I had it up. It's just a real professional operation we got here. Present, share screen, on the act. This time, don't close it down. Do that. All right. Caught in the act. This is what they do for fun.
So 50 million pheasants are put into existence on this evil planet by bullies every year just in the UK. The parent stock are kept in horrible little cages and they're just used for breeding maybe once or twice. They're probably not profitable after a year. It really is disgusting. I've heard stories, I've seen videos where people have liberated them and they've told me that sometimes their heads are twice the size to escape and they just keep whacking their head off the top of the cages. And they're literally, that's their life, they're just there to breed. And the bullies keep them there and trapped. Some of them die of disease, some of them die of starvation. He's over here.
What's up, Felix?
Can pull out a gun that they didn't invent and shoot them. It really is mental. My feet are soaked, man. I didn't wear my wellies. So if I do all this with wet feet and get nothing, I'll be very annoyed. Therefore, we're going to make it happen. People would have learned about pigs as well when they get...
Got to make sure that we support this video because he did it with wet feet.
Bored and distressed and living lives of misery, and they start to bite each other because they've got nothing else to do. And it's similar with like the egg industry and the chicken industry, where they peck each other to death because there's a pecking order and it's all chaos and there's just too many chickens and they don't know who is the alpha, and it's just chaos. So there's little birds getting pecked to death and dying of disease. It's similar to this. They're just stuck in these little battery cages basically, and oh god, they're just stuck in these battery cages. They'll just keep pecking at each other's feathers. Really is grim. And then it goes beyond that as well. There's like foxes killed, all different predators are killed around these breeding areas, just because they obviously want to produce as many birds as possible so that bullies can shoot them. Why are you bullying the birds? So it goes beyond just shooting the bird, man. It's like, I'm pretty sure they train the dogs as well to go and collect all the birds that haven't died and are just half alive, and they'll bring them back in the mouth. And now this bird's been bred into existence, forcefully bred. It's not very old at all. It's half shot. It's got a wing falling off, bleeding to death, and then all of a sudden you're in a dog's mouth, getting carried around the field back to the base. All these sentient creatures bred into existence, so bullies can shoot them. All of a sudden there's a drop in demand one year for some reason. Who knows? All of a sudden the supply outweighs the demand. What do? Oh, don't worry, they just burn them all. They'll just burn them. Yeah, they're not going to shoot them one by one, are they? Yeah, we'll just burn them. Don't worry about that. We'll just stick them on a big bonfire, nets, and just burn the lot of them. Do you know what I mean? Just waiting for the first gunshot now. And then when we hear the first gunshot, I'm going to go over to the bullies and ask the bullies why they're bullying little baby animals. It's very strange. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And it's evil. And I'm sure that if they got shot and they were hanging in half and suffering and bleeding out, I'm sure they'd be crying like a little baby. While I'm waiting for the gunshot, I just want to say a massive thank you to Rennie. Has slipped into the Buy Me a Coffee monthly thing, and he has allowed me to come here today and push the message out further. A proper selfless individual. We are just Wormsy. And I know this info is accurate because who is an ex-shooter and he's now vegan. He's the one who told me about all this. You can listen to his... He does feel guilty about his past. He's now vegan. He now understands veganism very well. And hats off to anyone who can make that change, man, because too many egos lead people on to believe that they are the one true savage.
You are not the one true savage.
Whereas Mark, he's realised that he's a normal person with a heart and a brain, and he no longer wanted to attack innocent, vulnerable creatures, and he's now vegan.
Nice job.
How many gammy legs are you going to see, man? Look at that. Disgusting, man. Look at that. What they doing?
Next day,
I'm from that.
Man caught
What they doing?
eating dog in shooter's field. Mean dog.
I'm from the ABM, just having a look, man. Why'd you keep kneeing that dog, man? I think you did, I saw ya. Careful. It's a weird hobby, isn't it? Bullying the birds. Is it not? If you was on the other...
It's pretty smart that he was like, yeah, I'm with the ABM. I think that's what he said, right? ABM, probably anti-bullying movement. But yeah, they're gonna be like, what? What is that? Don't know what to do. Don't know if that's some government thing or what.
The end of it though, you'd be crying, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
What are you doing? Shooting? You bullying the birds? Why are you bullying the birds? Look at this muppet here. What a muppet, man. Why are you bullying the birds? I'll go where I want, mate. Look at that, dead. Straight out the sky. Why are you bullying the birds? Why are you bullying the birds? Look at that tough man with his gun, look. Look at that with all his bullets. Why are you bullying the birds? Hello, doggy. You're a lucky one, ain't you? Scared to death, look. None of the bullies want to speak, look. Before we continue, please keep in mind that there is currently a wave of young people catapulting ducks and birds, which is causing public outrage in the UK. In addition, Malvern Police have just released a statement explaining how it is illegal to harm or kill birds under the Wildlife Act, and that we are a nation of animal and bird lovers, and this behaviour needs to stop.
Can you imagine some dogs being protected under law and some being violently killed in a field for fun and entertainment purposes? Under law, harm
The fuck?
young people. Before we continue, please keep in mind that there is...
Does anyone recognize these guys? Just watch them on Catapult Some Birds. So upset. Shouted to them.
currently a wave of young people catapulting ducks and birds, which is causing public outrage in the UK. In addition, Malvern Police have just released a statement explaining how it is illegal
In England, it's illegal to intentionally harm, kill, or injure birds. What are those guys doing? We are a nation of animal and bird lovers. This type of behavior is not only cruel,
to harm or kill birds under the Wildlife Act, and that we are a nation of animal
it is completely unacceptable and needs to stop.
and bird lovers, and this behaviour needs to stop. Can you imagine some dogs being protected under law and some being violently killed in a field for fun and
Yeah.
entertainment purposes?
Why are you bullying the birds, mate? Why are you bullying the birds? Why don't you talk about why you're bullying the birds? Look at that big hard man with his gun. Look.
Yeah, these pretty typical, right? Bullies, when confronted, don't have much to say, do they? So, yeah, that's pretty typical.
Proper bad man. Proper bad man. So I'm in a field with probably, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 15 blokes with guns. They're shooting birds out the sky, yet they wouldn't inflict violence or think about inflicting violence on creatures that can fight back. What's he doing? What's Muppet doing now? What are you doing, man? What are you doing with that flag? Don't stick that flag in my face.
Don't record.
Don't stick that flag in my face.
I'm not considering this.
Yes, you did. You're all a bunch of bullies, aren't you? Look at you. Look at all you fancies here. Look at that.
Jake, you're ruining their day out. This is what they do. You ended up chatting with Mel a few days ago. She wasn't very pleased with you, naturally. Yeah. Yeah, naturally.
What are you doing?
And I don't give you the right to video.
I don't care.
Carry on. Right.
What are you doing with that?
Trespassing on private
What are you doing with that?
Off you go. Keep
Disgusting.
walking.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're bullying the birds. Oi! Who's these behind you?
You ever think like maybe you're trespassing on bird property, bird land? It's their land. You're on their land. That's why they're there. You came onto their land to shoot them.
Oh, you've got a lovely mouth on you as well, haven't you?
A lovely mouth. What are you doing? Fucking muppets.
Yes.
Look at
Bullying
you.
the muppets.
Bullying the birds.
Yeah.
You bully birds, you can hear.
You're harassing us.
Harassing you.
Lady, you're harassing birds and you're trespassing on their lands. Please evacuate the premises.
Yeah.
Why'd you bully the birds? Oi, flagman, what are you doing? Can you tell me why you're bullying the birds, please?
Yeah, why are you trespassing?
Why are you bullying the birds?
Bullying the birds.
Nothing to do with you.
It is. I'm from the anti-bully movement. I'm here to stop you from bullying birds.
Oh, okay.
Why are you bullying birds?
Not bullying birds.
Oh, what are you doing then?
You're breaking the law.
What law, sorry?
This is a private land.
It is not, sorry, I do
Okay.
not.
Oh, this is your land. Oh, I thought it was the animals' land. This should have been the animals' land. Maybe the birds.
Why are you bullying birds?
I'm not bullying birds. This is my
You-
job.
It's your job.
Yes, it's my job.
Tell us about your job then, come on.
My job.
Tell us about your job.
This is a legal thing that we do.
Legal thing.
Yeah. What? How am I breaking the law?
I didn't say you're breaking the law. I said,
Okay.
what? I said, why are you bullying birds?
I'm not bullying birds.
Hang on, you've all got guns and you're not bullying birds?
You trespassing on
Mate, you're
private
breaking the law.
walking around with the
Oh, I'm the bad one because these lot are bullying birds.
Please.
You calling the police?
What's your name, mate?
What's my name?
Oh, yeah, so-
If that's the case, then give us your name and address.
My name is
I'm sure the police have a look.
My name is Shabaram Shabaram Shabaram.
Leave us alone, mate.
My name is Shabaram Shabaram.
Yeah,
You dirty, filthy bullies, ain't ya?
yeah. Go get the phone, mate.
Go and get a job. How many times have we heard that? Shabaram 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 Shabaram.
Leave us alone, mate.
My name is Shabaram Shabaram.
Yeah,
You dirty, filthy bullies, ain't ya?
yeah. Go get the phone, mate.
Go and get a job. How many times have we heard that one?
I've been good, Dennis. How have you been?
You dirty, filthy bullies. Try and pick on animals that can fight back.
Mate, you're hilarious.
Yeah, you're fucking hilarious. Look at ya. You dirty bullies.
Yeah.
Breaking the law. We're not doing anything wrong.
You're not doing nothing wrong.
It's the law, mate.
What's your name?
I said that.
Yeah, Charlie. Why, Charlie Walker. Why are you bullying birds?
I ain't bullying nobody.
We've not
Yes,
had
you are.
consent to have any of us on video.
I'm not doing anything.
But
What do you
even if
mean?
You've got the right to do it.
This is for my.
It's like in the UK, and I'm American, so the hunters, they're always wearing this like uniform, aren't they? Like these vests, and then the boots up to the knee or whatever. What is that?
To have any of us on video.
like-
I'm not doing anything.
But
What do you
even if
mean?
You've got the right to do it.
It's like a straight
This is
up
for my own safety because I know what
uniform they
bullies are
wear,
like.
and it's goofy. Not that Americans don't have some goofy ass outfits too, but some of the like the English, British hunters, man. It's like a real class thing, isn't it? Seems like it. Seems like what the wealthy elites do in Britain. It's different because, like in America, it's like, I don't want to generalize.
Yeah, yeah.
You got another two bullies here.
Everybody.
Two bullies with two big guns who wouldn't attack creatures that can fight back. Pussies.
He must have nothing better to do.
Have you got nothing better to do than to shoot little baby birds?
Got to wear your hunting vest.
Mate, what? Mate, what?
You ain't got a clue.
See?
Yeah.
The lot of you.
We haven't said anything to you.
You're bullying the birds and that's all I care about.
Okay, cool. I don't care.
What are these lot doing? Four. We got 5 bullies. Lads, why are you bullying the birds? Why don't you bully animals that can fight back? I don't get it. 1, 2, 3. We've got another 2 over here. Nobody wants to speak. What was that like a little gonna say, man, about bullying the birds? None of these bullies would attack creatures that could rip their head off. Only the little birds, innit? It's only the little birds. Imagine bullying birds for fun. Why don't you go to the pub? Get to the.
Yeah, go to the pub. Go have you a
Hey,
drink.
did you get good footage? I did.
Oh, I like how high that is.
Bird bully.
Jake, I think he ruined their time. You know, where are they going?
Is that a woman as well?
They just,
Oh my
like-
god, we've got 2 women. We've got 2 women amongst the bullies, man. Shut up, get yourself some Tic Tacs. You always pick on the vulnerable. It's not violent. It's not what? It's not what? You're filthy.
W video, Jake.
You're not listening. Ah, yeah, you're not listening. Come on, doggy. I thought you weren't chasing me. I'm gonna run the other way now.
Go that way. Yeah, go that way. Do a zigzag pattern, Jake. Yeah. Yes.
Low life. got a phone. Enslavement camp. Look at that. Now the birds are flying off, so they're going to see the birds flying, meaning I'm here.
Should just bring like an air horn, just blow it out there, you know, make a bunch of noise, fuck their hunt up. All right. Great video. What's up, Jake? Nice to see ya. All right, we've got an update on Ridgeland Farms. Just came out. Let's see what happened. Indeed, indeed. All right, here we got Fox 6 News Milwaukee, which is staying on it.
Farm says state regulators gave it. Beagle Breeding Farm says state regulators gave it special permission to sell puppies younger than state law otherwise allows. Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson live in the newsroom with new developments about Ridgeland Farms. Brian?
Yeah, that is right, Mary. For the past 6
Ridgeland
months, we've been
Farms.
telling you the farm in Western Dane County.
Farms. Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson live in the newsroom with new developments about Ridgeland Farms. Brian?
Ridgeland Harms.
Yeah, that is right, Mary. For the past 6 months, we've been telling you the farm in Western Dane County that breeds beagle puppies for scientific experiments. Well, for the first time today, Ridgeland released its own video of a few select locations inside its sprawling facility. A spokesman says this video shows the animals in, quote, highly social, clean, and well cared for settings. Ridgeland will not allow Fox 6 News to tour its facility or to shoot our own video, but the company says this video is, in its words, an accurate reflection of the day-to-day conditions. Now, 8 years ago,
wait.
Clean.
If that's the day-to-day conditions, then surely you'll let Fox 6 mosey on in and film, right? Why not? I don't understand, Ridgeland. I guess, you know, it would be too disruptive.
And well,
right?
of a few for scientific experiments. Well, for the first time today, Ridgeland released its own video of a few select locations inside its sprawling facility. A spokesman says this video shows
I like that this is the video they think looks good. First of all, look what the dogs are forced to stand on. Look at that. Look at, this is what Ridgeland put out there. Is like, look, it's great. They're standing on, imagine if you were standing on a fence turned on its side and how that would feel on your feet. By the way, look how kind of wide those gaps are. You think their toes are like digging in. Some of them, like, some of these gaps look so wide and I can't really see. Let's see.
Animals in, quote, highly social, clean, and well cared for settings.
Yeah, this is what they think is good to show.
Ridgeland will not allow Fox 6 News to tour its facility or to shoot our own video, but the company says this video is, in its words, an accurate reflection of the day-to-day conditions.
Now, hey guys, check it out.
Years ago, video is in its news to tour its facility or to shoot our own video, but the company says this
highly enriching stuff there. They got a little bit of a tube and what looks like a weight. Looks like a weight.
Video is, in its words, an accurate reflection of the day-to-day conditions. Now, 8 years ago, animal rights activists captured this video inside Ridgeland Farms. Today, one of the facility's top critics, Dane for Dogs, published sales records for March showing Ridgeland shipped 40 puppies to an out-of-state buyer when those puppies were still just 5 weeks old. State law prohibits breeders from shipping dogs less than 7 weeks old, but Ridgeland tells Fox 6 it got special permission from the state known as a variance to allow the sale of puppies between 5 and 7 weeks of age.
Probably did.
What are we doing? Why are we allowing that? Why would we allow them to sell 5-week-old puppies? Is there anything that our government will actually stand up to Ridgeland Farms on? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for our government officials to stand up to Ridgeland Farms and say enough is enough.
What's up, Brian? We need to send Plant Geezer to visit Ridgeland. Indeed. Stand up to those bullies.
Now, we reached out to the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection for comment this afternoon. Haven't heard back yet. Meanwhile, the Dane County Board of Supervisors is preparing to vote on a resolution this week that would call for Ridgeland's breeding license to be revoked. And a special prosecutor says he should have an answer about possible criminal charges, quote, any day now. In the newsroom, Brian Polson, Fox 6 Investigators.
Brian, thank you for the update.
Nice. Nice job. Nice job. Here's that video. Y'all, make sure that you send, give that some views, give it some likes. Let Fox 6 here know that you are a fan of what they're doing by covering this. Fox 6 Milwaukee. Anything else on this? They have that. Okay, nice. What else I got pulled up? Vegan gays. Let's do some vegan gays. Vegan versus dairy farmer. Debate. Gotta love a good debate. Vegan gays. Y'all hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you need a demonstration of how to do that, you go like that. Or you like that. Don't think I'll enjoy it? Oh, then I'll enjoy it. I'll probably enjoy this debate. Let's get into it.
He agreed to debate, which dairy farmers don't usually do, but he ended the conversation quite unhappy. He no longer wanted to have the recording go out. I was quite bothered by this. I was unsure what to do. I did feel like it was a total inconsideration of my time for him to agree to have this debate. It kind of seemed to not go very well in even his view, because he ended up biting a load of bullets, and I disbelieved him when he was talking about how his cows experienced no grief when their children were torn away from them. So it ends on not the greatest of terms, and it feels like he's just throwing a tantrum. But I'll respect his identity in that I'll pitch shift both of us. I'm so sorry for the voices, and I don't really have time to just pitch shift him and not myself. And sorry for the glitches sometimes in my voice, but I still think it's something you'll be able to hear. But yeah, I'm going to take away all identifying features, but I want people to see the horrific lengths dairy farmers go in order to justify their behavior. And this is why it's my suspicion that when I invite dairy farmers to debate, usually they decline.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's going to be interesting. All right, well, let's get into it with this strange voice. Yeah, that giant pussy move on this dairy farmer's part. If you agree to debate and then all of a sudden, no, that didn't go so well. Please don't put that out there. Dude. Do better then. I don't know.
We'll start this if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So for context, you commented on one of my TikTok videos. I think it was a skit or something.
Yeah.
And what caught my attention was that you said, don't worry about animal abuse on farms. It doesn't happen. Just make sure you buy from local farmers. And then that prompted my attention, and I wanted to kind of discuss, I think we came to the agreement of you taking the pro position, either con of the existing dairy farms and maybe beef farming as well. So I'd like to go in that sort of direction, and you have some sort of PowerPoint that I can share on the screen.
Yeah, and I have those quotes of comments and the quote from your video and my comment.
I wish I could undo the pitch and because I could make it sound like we know L sounds, and then we just got the actual recording.
And this PowerPoint as well, which I'll cover first.
Okay, yeah, so I guess obviously my skit was, if I remember what the video was, I think it was this skit talking about how, I don't want, I do these myriad of things, my body, my choice sort of thing. I could smoke, I could drink, everything like that. And a funny observation is that then as soon as you go vegan, people are like, oh, that's so unhealthy and everything like that. But I'm supposing what maybe triggered a response in you was the fact that I said I don't agree with animals being exploited and abused. I think those were the words in the skit, yeah. So that compelled you to then make the comment that you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be your argument then? I guess you want to share your PowerPoint. Go ahead.
Well, just for context, I work on a dairy farm. I've agreed to do this discussion on whether not farms abuse animals, and these are my main talking points. Can you actually see my mouse here, actually?
I can't see your cursor now.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Are we still have
so
it?
the milking itself, the use of AI,
change it
separation
that
of calves,
I'm
use
more
of milk
visible
replacer,
since
and
there's no
dehorning, and the two big ones being milking itself
rule.
and the use of AI. So here's the quote from your video. I don't agree with animals being used. I don't want them to be abused, tortured. I'm going to go vegan. Well, it's one thing to claim that the meat industry does any of these. It's kind of ridiculous to say that non-meat-based industries do as well.
There, that's good.
You've made a claim
Sorry,
that farmers...
can you explain that
Or you can see me.
non-meat-based industries do as well? Can you just expand on that?
Yeah, so that would be stuff like the dairy industry, honey, big thing, other just the non-meat element.
Okay, like, yeah, non-eat meat, but animal use. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I see.
You've made a claim that farmers abuse and torture animals. The burden of proof is on you to back these claims. As a content creator, it is your responsibility to create or to not create misleading content. Sorry, I can't actually see all my PowerPoint. Larger accounts have made similar claims. This can mislead thousands into believing these lies. And it spawns this cycle of vegans see vegan videos which fuel their ideas. Is there anything you want to add to that, or?
Let me have a look at everything like that. Sorry, I'm going to take notes. So you believe it's misleading for me as a content creator to say that something like the dairy industry, for example, is abuse?
Yeah.
So just to check, what do you think abuse means? What do you take it to mean?
I think I've got, signs of abuse in cows. Sunken eyes, dull coat, drippy ears, rapid condition loss, which is simply weight loss. So these are the signs of abuse in animals. Or am I misunderstanding the question?
Yeah, just real quick, I think, getting hung up on the abuse part misses the point, because it's in the word use. Abuse, use. It's the use that L has a problem with. Whether they're abused or not, we're using animals. That's the problem. And obviously they're killed at a fraction of their lifespan, which is abuse, but it's use. It's in the word.
I understand you've taken that to mean what I'm asking is what would abuse look like to a cow? I'm asking you what abuse means generally.
Well, to generally to hurt others, just broadly.
So would you say to harm others would encapsulate that as well? So I agree. Obviously, there's quite a few uses of abuse that I would say would be applicable to what the dairy industry is. But just to double check, what did you just say so I don't get it wrong? About you?
So, my definition.
To harm, was that correct?
Oh, yeah, to harm, yeah.
So I think it's inherently harmful to premeditate a system whereby breed animals into existence, collectively breed them to have specific traits that you'd like, say, the kind of milk for you or something to that endeavor, and take babies away, and then when you no longer see them producing for you something that you provided as a product, you end their life prematurely. I would say that's inherently
Right. Well, I can. Most of that I'm going to talk about in this PowerPoint. The only thing is the breeding of explicit traits, so produce more milk, and then the slaughter part, because that's just an argument of opinion. You know, you say it's immoral, I say it's not. It's kind of a conversation that will just go nowhere. So I'll talk about that at the end if you want, but I'm focusing in more about the actual raising of the animals and everything before.
Dude, get fucked. I'm so tired of fucking people. Well, you know, I'm not going to talk about the slaughter of the animals because, yeah, you know, that's just an opinion. You think it's wrong. I don't. Fuck you. Oh, man. There is a place reserved in hell, if there were a hell.
Slaughter.
Well, just to double check, you said it's a case of opinion. Do you believe that if I did that to a human being, for example, would that be abusive?
I wish there were a hell. I don't believe in hell. I wish there were a hell.
No, not necessarily.
Don't think so. You think, what do you think it would be then? Am I using like abusive wrongly there to say I have a human, for example, I have this woman, premeditating, I'm going to take her babies away from her, probably artificially inseminate her. I'm then going to take her baby away. I'm going to use her body for a product that I would like, and then I'm going to kill her when she doesn't make it anymore. Don't think any of that in that scenario would be abusive to her.
Right, there's a lot you've said there. I'm going to go over separation. I'm going to go over artificial insemination.
You know, it's fine.
About slaughter, but I'm going to separate it now if you want me to.
No, just before we
separation first, I can do that.
Just before we get to that, I just want to say, in this hypothetical, it doesn't really matter why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me, though, right? At the end of the day, I'm doing it to produce something, take a product from her. No matter the intricacy of why I'm maybe doing it so she lives longer, or maybe something's less painful for her. But would you say that's inherently abusive to do that?
For all of those or just slaughter?
All of those, and then I kill her. So all of the entire process, just the idea of me doing that process, is any part of that abuse?
Not inherently, because, right, as I'll get into, the cows don't experience stress. They obviously don't see it as abuse, which I'll get to, but for the slaughter part, you are humanely killing them. It's not abuse, it's killing, which, again,
Man, maybe Dennis was right. I'm not going to like this. I don't care about the fucking semantics. Call it whatever the fuck you want, dude. I don't care. It's the action that matters, not what you call it. You're doing it. Stop doing it. Yes, it's all abuse, but it doesn't matter if it's abuse. It's use.
It's a separate issue. Is it okay to kill an animal to feed a human?
So just to be clear, so I humanely kill this woman.
Yep.
She doesn't know it's happening. She doesn't know why I'm doing it or anything like that. Is it still abusive even if she doesn't really understand?
Again, it's not abusive. That's not the exact word I'd say, because you're not directly hurting her.
I hope so.
But you are killing her.
I hope so.
You don't think it would be...
issue you want to debate on.
Sorry, I know sometimes when I talk over a video, y'all can't hear one or the other. It like, I mean, obviously there's a disruption, but actually the way that I think my system does it, actually one of them gets dropped. So anyway, what's up, Sally? Nice to see you. And I hope so, Honest Doubter. And let me back up. So
that's not the exact word I'd say, because you're not directly hurting.
Gives a fuck about the semantics. My God, I don't care. I don't care what the fucking word is. Why every fucking debates get hung up on. Is it abuse? Is it? Fuck you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
But you are killing her.
God.
You don't think
That's
it
a
would be?
separate issue you want to debate on.
Sorry.
Well, that's just philosophy.
Sorry, I hate fucking dairy farmers. I hate them. Oh my God. What? I don't know what's going on. Why are we talking about bestiality right now? What's going on? I don't understand. Guys. Yeah, whatever. Proceed. Do whatever you.
It's a big moral question of, if you're stranded on an island and there's someone else there, could you kill them and eat them to live yourself?
But just to be careful when you say not hurting her, we are harming her though, right?
Well, for abuse, I'd say like hurting, harming, but not necessarily killing. That's a separate thing.
So it would be abuse then, because we're harming her, aren't we?
No, we're killing her.
No. Before that, I've premeditated.
So
Artificial.
In this semantic debate now, we're not harming her, we're killing her. Oh, okay. God. I don't know like what I'm gonna be able to add to this one other than disgust and irritation. So maybe if y'all feel that too, it'll be cathartic because we're all doing it together. But yeah, I don't know.
Inseminated her. I've taken her babies away from her, separated them. For whatever reason, I've done it. But I've done it so she'll produce milk. I can use that milk, and then I'll kill her. Is any of that harmful to her?
No, I will get into artificial insemination and separation in this PowerPoint if you want me to.
No, we're just...
Let's just dude brought a fucking PowerPoint, but we're not going to be able to see it.
Streamlined first, but we'll get into these things and why they happen for sure. But I just want to understand, if we have that context, regardless of why I'm doing it, is anything there
Guys,
abusive?
I'm sorry. We're going to miss out on the scintillating PowerPoint that he's prepared. Looks like we don't have any video for this one, so it's a real shame. Wait, maybe we will get to see it. Let me hang on. That won't necessarily identify him, right? Let's see. Any PowerPoint? I don't see it. I don't see any. Nope. No PowerPoint.
Or harmful. So is anything harmful?
If she experienced stress and a pain, then yes. But if not, then no. It's not inherently, but it can be.
So as long as you're using someone, human being, as long as if they're not stressed, they're not in pain, but you haven't like garnered consent or anything, would say that's not harmful. There's nothing harmful.
Well, the problem is you're comparing humans to animals. Humans can give verbal consent. Animals can't, so we have to get consent otherwise through their actions.
Yeah, so we can't actually... I would argue we can't really get consent from animals, so we have to, enact guardianship. But hang on, I'm comparing humans to animals because, in my view, there's no morally significant difference between them that would justify doing these things to them. And do you think there's some sort of morally significant difference between them and us that would justify putting them in this context and it not being harmful?
Well, yeah, we give them a lot of benefits. We give them free healthcare. So it's a supportive system. I'm not trying to argue with you that killing the animal is okay. But specifically, you've said vegan. So again, it's one thing to say the meat industry does this. It's one thing to...
Dude said, we give them free healthcare. Benefits. Free healthcare.
Say that the non-meat-based industries do this.
Okay, just to be clear, in the UK,
I can see why he wants this deleted.
Free healthcare, right? So is it then justified to farm all the human women?
Oh man, big problem.
Anyone who's going to produce for us?
Big problem. I might be out of edamame. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna be right back. That is, that could really change things. Hang on.
us in any way? Is it justified morally to do that to them because they get free healthcare?
You are aware most people work, yes? We contribute to society.
Yeah.
So what's your issue here? We are taking from people. We tax them. Like,
do you think that it's analogous to tax people versus artificially inseminate them, take their babies away from them, kill them when they know anything that we take from them? Would you say that's analogous?
hang on, you're lumping too many things together. Do you want to talk about artificial insemination? Do you want to talk about separation? Or do you want to talk about slaughter?
I want to talk about this in a minute.
And I will talk about it.
I want to talk about this in a minute. We're just at a crossroads here because I'm trying to find out.
Oh, hell no, I'm not out of edamame.
What you think is a morally significant difference between a cow and a human. And so far you've said free healthcare.
Free healthcare.
There are humans who get free healthcare. So this is why I need to find out first. And this is what I said about in the emails. Like, you're taking the pro position, I'm taking the con. We're arguing about the existence. My problem is the fact it exists in the first place. I would not accept it in the human context. I don't think you either. So I'm trying to work out why it's justified for you in our context.
Speciesism. That's why.
Again, I say this is a moral standpoint that's not going to go anywhere. You say cows are equal to humans.
Sorry, can I just say, I don't even necessarily have to take the position that a cow and a human being are completely equal. What I have stated, there's no morally significant difference that would justify putting.
Right, but as I'm explaining, I want to talk about the before slaughter process. If you want to talk about that afterwards, I'm not interested in that. Because you're saying that farms abuse and torture animals on farms.
Yeah, and as you said, the burden of proof is on me in that case. And I'm telling you, because there's no morally significant between them and us, I wouldn't accept it in the human context. So I therefore don't accept it in the cow context. I'm asking you to contest this, see if you disagree with me, and then explain why. This is why we're where we are right now.
So you want me to explain to you why I see a cow different from a human?
No, because they have hooves.
In the morality of killing them, so to speak.
Yeah, I want to know the morally relevant difference.
Well, simply put, we don't exactly just kill them when they become unprofitable. That's not really.
Yes, you do. And that's the first thing. Second of all, that is not what she asked. She's looking again for the morally relevant difference between the cow and the human that allows you to use them and do any of the things that she's talking about. So just say, I bred this woman, right? I have this woman that I keep. I take real good care of her. She gets free health care and everything. She's on my health care plan. And, she's mine. So, I use her, I inseminate her because she's mine. Again, guys, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I take really good care of her. Okay. Remember that, okay? And look, I don't kill her when she's no longer profitable. That's just a fallacy. That's something that vegans like to say, or these people who are like anti, using women. Where was I even going? You get the point. I don't need to go through the whole thing. You get it. She just wants the difference. Just name some difference. Let's hear if you can.
True. We kill them when they get to an old age, when they have a relatively lower quality of life.
No, that's not what happens in the dairy industry. You fucking fool.
Be more equivalent to killing a person when they're in relative old age.
No, that's not how it works.
Right.
And you know that.
But more so, just intelligent thought as well. Like, just compare a cow to a human in terms of.
There it is.
There it is. Thought.
There it is. So now it's intelligence is the morally relevant difference, is what you're saying. Okay, so now that we've determined that L is smarter than you, and you are in fact a dumbass, we can kill you now because you're fucking a moron? Can we do that? Can we do it? If not, then your system is flawed because you said it's the intelligence, and L is far more intelligent than you are. So, based on my, this is my perspective, okay? Just how it's your perspective that you're more intelligent than the cow. So, same logic.
Completely night and day difference.
It is. It's night and day between L and you. So.
But as well as that, in the wild, they get hunted and killed by diseases, and we prevent.
True. And true, in the wild, you would get hunted by like bears and shit. You might get hunted by mosquitoes. So same logic. So we can do what we want to you, right?
Those diseases, and we only kill them to benefit our species. But they're going to die.
We're only going to kill you because it would raise the intelligence level of the entire, average of the human species. So it's real. We're just killing you to benefit the human race. That's it. Okay. So same logic.
Die anyway.
Okay, so we've got
species, but they're going to die anyway.
And you're going to die anyway. So it all adds up, right? It's okay. So we've determined that, yes, you're fair game. Okay, good.
Okay, so we've got species benefit, they get hunted in the wild, intelligence, and we kill them when they're old.
Yeah.
So let's go first with the species benefit. That would have to be actually substantiated. Make an argument that it's not beneficial to have these industries. They may have an environmental impact that's not beneficial to the...
Yep. He's talking specifically about, who gives a fuck, Dennis? Dennis, we're talking about the dairy industry. Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
The world at large. So I'd like to see evidence of that first.
Fuck this guy. Dennis, how much content are you going to engage in before you get it? I don't understand.
Sorry. Obviously, if we were out in the wild, we'd get hunted too and get diseases. So that's not a difference. We kill them when they're of old age. Can you just tell me when you kill or send a dairy cow off to be killed versus how their natural lifespan would be?
What age?
Just to be clear.
What age?
Well, hang on for a minute. I've asked you for your talking points in email, and I've told you my talking points. I asked you, is there anything else you want to talk about? And you haven't talked about it. You haven't told me anything. So I can't prepare information. So
I said I'd be talking about the dairy industry and being a...
She just asked you, at what age do you send your cows to be slaughtered? And that's a pretty simple question. You didn't really need to prepare that information. That's just something you should know. Right? Okay. You said relatively old age. I would love to hear the age that you send your cows to be slaughtered.
Con of the existence itself. And I said we'd get into applied ethics because that's where it goes. So I'm talking about applied ethics now. And I'm talking about the intricacies. You've told me you kill them at old age. So we're literally talking about a process within the dairy industry right now, right? When do you send them off to be killed versus what's their natural lifespan? That's directly applicable to the dairy industry, right?
We kill them roughly 10 years old.
Oh. So that's relatively old age. So the average age of the life of a cow would be 20 to 25 years. So you kill them at half their lifespan or less than half. Oh, and that's relatively old. Okay, got it. I'm a middle-aged man. I guess at this point, you can kill me, right? That's relatively old age, right?
10 years? And how old is their natural lifespan?
About 20-ish years.
20-ish. So really, we'd be killing a human not at old age. We'd be killing them in their 40s. Okay.
No,
damn it. David, 40-year-old vegan, doomed. Me, doomed. I don't know about the rest of you guys. think you guys are younger. You youngins, you. Ali G, what's up? Oh, thank you, Ali G. I love your interviews, Ali G. Your interviews are the best. Honestly, the best. I wish I could just like watch Ali G on stream, but I don't know if we could do that. We could probably like watch like one or two, but I don't know. He did one with Trump. That was funny. Trump, it was so obvious too that Trump is a little bitch. Like he was so aggravated from the moment Ali G sat down with him. You can really tell who's cool by Ali G videos. You are. I know you are. I've been watching some of your stuff lately. I don't know why. I started revisiting some Ali G content lately. Yeah, they are. They are. I've been watching them. You know, I realize as I'm munching away on these edamame, usually I have myself smaller, so it's probably not just this big shot of me eating. But there's no video for this one. I thought y'all might want to look at something. I'm sorry, it had to be me.
50s, 60s, mid-50s.
Well, I think the average lifespan of a human male, for example, is 80. That's what I'm going with. So half of that can be 40.
It's less than that. The average lifespan of a human male is, I believe, the low 70s. So it's even worse. So, yeah.
That's why I'm taking it there. The lifespan might have changed since I saw. But we don't, that's not what I was asking for. I was asking for an intrinsic difference within them. And you did give one, you gave intelligence. Now it is to be the case, right, that humans don't have an equal level of intelligence. So just to be clear that we're consistent, if there is a human who has exceedingly low intelligence, they have a low IQ, would you say it's any more justified to do exactly?
Yep. Okay, what is this? World. Here you go. Life expectancy of the world population. Women are going to live longer. I don't know why. Men, maybe, I can't remember why. There are some possible explanations, but males, 70.9. Not great for us, gentlemen. For us fine young gentlemen.
Exactly the things we do to dairy cows or
strapping young men we are.
Cows?
You're comparing apples to oranges here. Even in the lowest of lowest mental disabilities, humans are so vastly more intelligent than cows. It is
not to me. To me, you seem pretty dumb. In fact, I would definitely put your intelligence versus the intelligence of a cow. And I would think the cow's a lot more intelligent than you, because actually the cow is not destroying their own home. They're not destroying, billions of innocent animals just for the fuck of it. So yeah, maybe the cow's smarter than you. And that's just my perspective now. Just like your perspective is that you're smarter than a cow. Thus, you're justified to do what you want to them. I'm justified to do what I want to you based on my internal calculation of your intelligence.
Night and day difference in intelligence.
Do you have evidence?
Pardon?
Do you have evidence for that?
You know what, people?
No.
When people are like trying to think of an answer, they always say, pardon?
You think cows are smarter than than people with mental disabilities?
Depends what.
I think they're smarter than you.
Evidence for that?
It depends what mental disability someone might have, but we understand that some mental conditions can lead to low IQs to the point where someone can't do things that apparently other animals can't do either. We've measured intelligence of animals like pigs, and if you look at, there's a paper called Psychology of Cows. Cows are considered quite intelligent animals, experiencing things such as emotional contagion. So they seem to be quite intelligent. Now, just take it to be the case. Say you do measure intelligence, we get this like IQ tester, and we understand a cow to be of equal intelligence to a given human being. Would you say then that human can be farmed the way a cow would be, and it would be morally justified in your view?
Hypothetically, if we had a human that dumb, then
dehydrated lentils? No, I haven't. Sounds good though. Love a good lentil. Lentils, by the way, one of the best foods that you can eat. So good for you.
Technically, yes, but on a just emotional standpoint, no.
So
Sorry,
more so when you
say
say
again. Sorry, say what?
Then a human.
I need to hear that again.
And we understand a cow to be of equal intelligence to a given human being. Would you say then that human can be farmed the way a cow would be, and it would be morally justified in your view?
Hypothetically, if we had a human that dumb, then technically yes, but on a just emotional standpoint, no.
Wow. Wow. Dude just said it's okay, technically, to farm people who are stupid. Okay. I can certainly see why he wanted this deleted.
So when you say emotional standpoint, you mean kind of for your emotional benefit? You don't like the idea of that happening?
It's much more of a point of like, we don't eat human product. Just generally that's off-putting to us. So it just wouldn't really be beneficial.
Okay, so say for example,
it wouldn't be beneficial to farm. Okay. Yeah. All right. What? Okay.
You had someone with a mental condition and their IQ was low, and you measured it, and the cow had the equal IQ. Say someone like Jeffrey Dahmer came along and they were like, I don't find that off-putting at all. I would love that human flesh. Would you say, oh, yeah, we've got the market here and we'll send you this corpse and you can eat that meat? And that would be fine morally in your view?
Well, again, I said technically yes, but from a moral
technically it's okay
standpoint, no, because it's a...
She said, would that be okay from a moral standpoint? And then you said, technically yes, but from a moral standpoint, and then you fucking babbled.
Human.
Sorry.
Technically yes, but from a moral standpoint, no, because it's a human.
Okay, so we're stuck again because
people are fucking dumb. Oh my God. These little houseflies over here, I scared them when I said that. Sorry, houseflies. I have 2-3 companions while I'm doing this.
There's got to be something it's an inconsistency. You said intelligence is the trait that means it's justified to do this to cows. That's the morally significant difference. So we've removed that from the human context, and you're going, no, because they're human.
Again, I said this argument's not going to go anywhere because you're just going to say, I don't see a difference in killing a cow between killing a human, where I say I do.
Yeah, and what's the reason? So far you said intelligence.
Cows aren't humans. That's simply it. Again, I don't have a problem with you don't want to eat meat, but you've specifically said vegan. That implies dairy, milk. You have a problem with.
I love when people say, I don't have a problem with you being vegan or not eating animals. Yeah, no shit. It's because you don't care about anyone but yourself. You don't care. That's the whole point. So yeah, obviously you don't care that people are vegan. It doesn't affect you one way or another. Might hurt your bottom line a little bit. And it seems to have triggered you enough that vegans exist that you are here to debate them. and then demand that they not post the debate because you just said technically it's fine to farm stupid people to feed to Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. What's up, Mary? Nice to see you. My views are just fucking tanking right now. If the counter is to be believed, right now it's Dennis, Jake, and Mary. And everybody else is dipped out. Was it something I said, guys? What did I say? I'm just spilling the truth. That's all. I can only speak from my heart. You know? I think the counter's wrong because there's Brian. The counter is wrong. Ali G is here. Oh, the counter's fucked. They lie to us. They're trying to take my self-esteem and whittle it down to nothing. And Felix is here. Oh my God, our counter is like, we should be up at like 8 or something. I will no longer believe the counter.
Milk.
Absolutely. Because again, what is it struggling? Like, I can say right now, I don't take a plant to be sentient. There's the morally significant difference. They're not sentient, therefore, there's no moral problem with me consuming the body of a plant. So I can name that right now. But you've so far said intelligence, and then I've taken intelligence away in the human context, said it's not that.
It's not.
So I'm just trying to find out why. Look at a cow and go, yeah, I can take from you. I can use you, and I can send you off to the slaughterhouse. I'm trying to understand what that is, because when I look at a cow, I understand that
it's supremacy. You know, it's human supremacy. Speciesism. It's this guy's not really intelligent, and he's just doing what his daddy did. That's it. He's just a fucking dumbass. And sometimes things are just that simple. And yeah, I think that applies to a lot of people.
they experience these things,
Sadly.
like emotional condition. They aren't, we greatly underestimate them. They are sentient beings.
Why?
Shouldn't...
If you are this dumb and you can't think through shit, why even try to debate, honestly? Like, you're gonna get fucking leveled. She does this. Elle does this all the time. Like, you think you're gonna beat Elle in a debate about veganism? Oh, God, dude.
Exploit them, use them, or kill them.
It's well thought out. She's thought about it, You haven't thought about it. That's the problem. Like, you don't think. You're just like, well, my dad ran this farm, so I'll run the farm. Like, yeah. But he thinks that cows are dumb. Okay, well, I don't see cows causing many problems. I see humans causing problems to cows, and thus ourselves.
So we're at a disagreement here, trying to work out why.
Right, well, I want to talk about the dairy industry and milking. So, hypothetically, if you made it illegal to kill dairy cows, farmers had to keep them for the entirety of their lifespan and just let them.
I would like some coffee, Felix. If you mail me some coffee, that'd be nice. I believe it's on Discord, Mary. I'm not sure, though. Could be on any platform. Yeah, that's what he said, Dennis. I drink black coffee, Felix, so no need for the oat milk. But makes it easier.
Die of old age. Would you still have an issue with milk?
Absolutely, because they're being used, exploited,
Okay,
modified.
Grant. Let's go with this idea. Let's go with this idea that the actual conversation we're having is it still immoral if we stopped killing cows. Let's continue, because this is an actual progressive conversation then, that the dairy industry, milking, isn't abusive. Can we do that?
We can try, but I feel like we're going to get...
Well, that's stupid because it is. But again, that's not the point. The point is use, not abuse. So again, just, I don't know. Like, I'm not the one doing these debates, but if I were the one doing these debates, I think I'd set a parameter or rule beforehand that I don't give a shit what you call it. Like, call it whatever the fuck you want. I'll call it what I want. You call it what you want. If you call it something stupid, I'm gonna laugh at you. If you say harvest instead of kill, I'm gonna point that out. And then if you want to say, oh, you called it murder, you called it rape, point it out. But I don't give a shit. It's the actions. The semantic debate is fucking boring, and it's a diversion from the actual substance of things.
Caught up again on trying to work out your fundamental view on why it's justified to exploit a cow. We're going to probably trip up a couple of times. This is why I said in the email, we're going to talk about ethics.
Okay, that's grand. We'll continue on. So the signs of abuse in animals, for physical abuse: sunken eyes, dull coats, droopy ears, rapid weight loss. There's sunken eyes, droopy ears. Don't worry about this quote. A comment I made. As I will showcase, abuse on farms is greatly exaggerated. Areas of abuse are often misunderstood or has vital context removed. Physical abuse worsens quality of meat, thus lowering the profit. Emotional...
We don't care about this.
Or mental abuse leaves animals not eating, therefore less meat, therefore less profit. What businessman ruins their product to get less profit? So in this, I'm talking specifically...
Dude, that's not how it works. You're exploiting them. You don't care if they're in pain while you do so. Your goal is money. Therefore, the welfare of the animal, which is what you're talking about, which again is not the point, but you lose that argument too. Yes, you don't care about the welfare of the animals. This bullshit where it's like, oh, unhealthy animals make, poor product. No, that's not how it works. You're trying to milk them dry, okay? You're trying to take everything you can from them. So no. And the fact that the fact that you're focusing on this health and the free healthcare bullshit, you try to keep them alive and producing as long as you can. That doesn't mean they have to be comfortable or healthy. No, it doesn't. Stop fucking lying, dude. Call him out for his lies. Call him out for the bullshit. You're fucking lying. Two, this is not the point.
Exploitation and abusive, ignoring the killing process.
Okay. Do you want me to comment on that?
If you want to.
Well, you said make sure you buy from local farmers, and I'm assuming by that you mean kind of like free range, small farmers, right?
Yeah, just source your farms.
Yeah, like know that they're, kind of maybe...
Source your farms, guys. You got to source your farms. You got to know which animal fucker you're dealing with. You got to know which animal murderer you're dealing with.
I remember going to one where...
you got to go there and shake their hands and say, thank you for exploiting and murdering this cow for me.
I could see the animals, and then next to it was a butcher shop. I obviously never understood that, so I'm assuming that's what you buy, a local...
I mean, what if a factory farm was right next door to me? That's super local, right? That's a local farm, local factory farm.
But
every farm, including the factory farms, are local to someone.
How would you then explain like a factory farm, right? They have many, many animals there. They are maximizing the profits by producing animals. Do you have a problem with factory farming?
To an extent, yes, if you can show signs of abuse, but as I'll go into, it's kind of, you get this similarity of animals, when abused, make less money.
Yeah, no. No.
Okay.
Dumb fuck.
I'm
fucking dumb. I'm sick of the dumb shit. Sick of the dumb shit. Sick of it. Oh man. I wish we could just, have a world of only intelligent people. And then it's like the dumb people can have they've got the earth. The dumb have taken over the earth. Let's go to Mars. Let's go to Mars, guys. Let's do it. Who's with me? Let's go. And we'll go there and we'll just be no dumb people. No dumb people coming.
not sure if I would agree, because
I don't like it.
when I look at a factory farm, obviously when it comes to, thousands of animals in these places, they get neglected even more. Many end up dying.
There you go, Jay.
You see like of the number of animals who remain on the
Stumptown, nice.
And yeah, it's just horrible conditions that you would, I imagine, agree to. And yeah, that is them completely being neglected, and it's a very profitable industry, and it's gonna produce more profit than a smallholder farm, right?
Well, from sheer quantity, sure, but if you have an issue with them neglecting animals, put in place laws that prohibit such practices of,
I feel like it's the greatest disease the world has ever known. Stupidity. The greatest disease. Unstoppable disease.
If you said thousands of animals.
Yeah, it depends. Like chickens, for example, for the poultry farming.
Highly contagious disease. Stupidity.
Yeah, there'll be thousands in sheds, right, for these factory farms.
Yeah, in small cages. Yeah, you could just simply say, introduce a law. No small pens. They have to have this much land per animal.
I mean, if you give them the land that thousands of animals would so desire, that wouldn't be neglectful, lacking stimulation or something to that degree, it wouldn't really be a factory farm. It would just be a massive field, right? Like a massive field.
Yeah, sure. So what's your issue?
Well, the very nature of this factory farm is going to be negligent. So I disagree that it's not profitable to neglect animals.
Hang on a minute. Let's say we introduce a law that says if you have X amount of chickens, you need a corresponding X amount of land. You said that factory farms would then just become giant fields.
Mm-hmm.
What is your issue with that happening?
Okay. Again, just rampant stupidity. What's the issue with the factory farms becoming giant fields for the how many billions of it? How many billion chickens do we kill every year? I don't know. Land animals, it's like between 80 and 100 billion. Vast majority chickens, probably. So I don't know. I'm just going to estimate. I don't even care to look it up. Let's just estimate 60, 70 billion. Okay. 60, 70 billion. Yeah. So 60, 70 billion large fields. Okay. That's the thing. God damn it. Use your brain. Why do we have to do it for you? Can you think? Are you able to think? Dumb fuck. Can you do more than just in a fucking debate? Can you do more than that? No, you can't.
I think we would have even space for that. But my issue is that it's still negligent. Because, say for example, I gave birth to a human being, and you'd hope I'd give birth to a human being, hey? I had this human being, and I knew that with this human, after treating them so well for a few years, I was going to kill them and put them in a stew. By nature, that would be abusive, negligent of me. It would just be a bad, harmful practice for that child, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so what I'm arguing is by design, this is a negligent thing. It doesn't consider the animals. It is maybe even hateful of animals, like just so inconsiderate of them. I can see it as nothing but hatred sometimes. So that's why I say, yeah, even if you give them all the space in the world, I'm going to send this child to the slaughterhouse when I want to, and I know I'm going to do it, and that was their purpose that I assigned to them, you know?
So again, your issue isn't then they're being used, abused, and tortured, it's that they're ultimately killed.
No.
Yep.
Yeah. No. It's that you're using them at all. You're a tyrant. You're at all these million. Okay, I know they're in the UK, I guess, right? But here in the United States, was it yesterday? 2 days ago. Massive rallies. No kings. No tyrants. Talking about Trump. Which I'm a favor of, by the way. Fuck Trump. Go fuck yourself, Donald Trump. I don't care. Go fuck yourself, Donald Trump. So highly in favor of those rallies. But how many of those people, it was estimated like 7 million people. How many of those people are tyrants to the animal kingdom? How many of those people went home and ate animals that night? Damn near all of them. So yeah, no kings, no tyrants, no tyranny. That's what he's being.
No, because even, say for example, I did everything in the dairy industry that happens, and I did it to a human, but then I let them go. I let them go free. I was like, oh, it's been 5 years. You're not producing as much as I want anymore. I'll just let you go, and you can go live out your life. I've still done something horrifically abusive. So I have a problem with it fundamentally. I've exploited them. Veganism is a doctrine against exploitation, not killing.
Okay, so you're saying that if this human went through the same conditions and was just let go after a while, that's still abusive?
Absolutely, yeah. Would you
Okay,
not?
but as I'm going to showcase with these processes, it's not abusive. So can I continue on?
Absolutely.
So
now?
just continuation of this, but with
You're seeing Earth crisis right now, Jeffrey? Like right now? If so, I'm super jealous, and I've never seen Earth crisis, and I would like to. Earth crisis, you know, like influenced so many people. And they're still playing. That'd be cool. Jeffrey? Shit, that's awesome.
discussed it. What businessman wants to ruin their product to get less money? He'd want to make his product very good to make a load of money. What farmer would want to abuse their animals to get less money? He'd want them to be
By the way, I was at a No Kings rally, and I had been at a Pride rally earlier giving out flyers and stuff, Pride-related flyers for the animals from PETA. I had a whole bunch that I still hadn't given out from a previous time and some from this last time. So I was like, might as well hand them out at the No Kings rally. People were pretty cool as fuck, not gonna lie. I mean, they at least took the flyers, looked at it, and they were like, You know, they weren't like super dismissive. So there's that. By the way, where I live, holy shit. The biggest rally that I have seen in this area by far. The whole town. The whole fucking town was covered in the No Kings rally. Marching this way, you'd be marching this way, and there's another fucking march coming from the other direction. We're like, oh, get it. The whole fucking town was covered. My fucking town hates Donald Trump so much. Almost as much as I do.
happy to get a lot of money. Just basics of, I suppose more generally, but not specifically to veganism. If you set off on a witch hunt, you'll find a witch. Basically just saying, if you look for abuse, if you try to find it, you'll find it. You'll cherry pick the very specific parts of bad abuse. you know, is it fair for me to claim that all the majority or even half of the parents of the world abuse their children because I can find evidence of child abuse? But I don't think that's really relevant for what's been said yet, so I'll just move on.
That is relevant, if you don't mind.
Okay.
If I did what is done to a cow in the dairy industry,
Sorry, I need to focus.
a child, it would just be abusive every time, right?
Do you mean for the rough estimated age?
Yeah, just
Like,
put it in the
you're not
context
artificially
of
inseminating
give
child,
it a context of I raise them, I wait until they're fertile, then I artificially inseminate them, then I take their babies away, and then when they stop producing milk for me, I let them free even, or I kill them. In either of those contexts, no matter what, that would just be fundamentally abusive, right?
It would only be abusive because we're talking about humans who are intelligent enough to give verbal consent.
So for humans who aren't intelligent enough to give verbal consent, it would be morally justified.
So it needs to be verbal consent. Got it. So when you go up to a dog and they growl and you want to pet them and they yelp and they move away, you don't think that dog is denying consent for you to touch them because they haven't verbalized it in the English language or some shit? Okay.
In your
well, you see, they'd be able to, as I'll briefly go into a minute, they'd be able to give non-direct verbal consent through their actions.
No, not necessarily. I've literally worked in hospitals, right, as a healthcare assistant. I have had patients who were not able by any form, because of the condition that they had, to give any form of consent. They couldn't even twitch. There was no sign whatsoever. I was looking for that. Obviously when you're cleaning patients and stuff, you don't want them to be uncomfortable. So you're looking for signs of are you okay with me?
So then they cannot give anything whatsoever. So that's excluded because cows can give consent through their actions.
Right. Wait, he gets it? Wait, so you realize that cows can give consent and withdraw consent. So we're halfway done. It sounds like he has made a major concession.
So you think a dog can give consent to be artificially inseminated?
Yes.
So you're for bestiality? You don't mind as long as they give something?
No, that is completely different.
No, if
Those
you...
two...
No, he said, dogs... I think I get what he's saying. And it's vegan as fuck, actually. If you're talking about what I just said, dogs can give consent, they can withdraw consent.
Separate things.
So if I put my hand up a dog's anus and then put a rod in their cervix, it's not some sort of bestiality in any way whatsoever?
Well, first of all, you wouldn't be able to fit your arm. That would be abusive and bad, but cows are different.
It cracked me up during my fake debate with Molly of Molly's Organic Dog Meat. And she said, when I was like, describe the insemination process. And she was like, oh, we have a worker on there who has really skinny arms. So we let her do that part. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Pretty small arms there.
Because they're
They
bigger.
had a really tiny arm.
Yeah, sure, fair enough.
So that wouldn't...
no, that would be artificial insemination.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be bestiality in any...
Nope.
Why is that?
Because it's not. Like you're not putting your reproductive organs into the dog.
Okay, so if you fist a woman, or finger one. Sorry, I don't. They took it here. I didn't take it here for once. Okay, if you're doing that without consent, where are we going? Where are we going with this?
I'm pretty sure you don't have to put your reproductive organs into the dog for it to be bestiality. I think you're using their reproductive organs in some way or touching them, it's still bestiality.
Right, well, that's your opinion. Like, like, we've separated it into two different groups. Artificial inseminations over here with just the medical process. Bestiality is over here with your personal pleasure. And you're just saying, well, I think both of them.
Okay. So it's about the person and whether or not they get pleasure from the action is what you're saying. Not whether the action itself is the same, whether there's consent involved. The important thing is just how you, the oppressor, views it. That's the important thing. Not whether they want you sticking your hand where it shouldn't be. It's not about them. Again, it's human supremacy. We're back to speciesism. And you're just a dumb fuck. You can't think. You can't think this through. It's really not complicated. It's not. But it is for you. It is for you.
Are the same. Well, fundamentally, they're not.
Just to be clear, a medical process is for the benefit of the patient, right?
Generally, yes, but not always.
Can you think of a context where a medical context, where the benefit of the patient not present, and it's like the benefit of the person doing
it? Sure, a doctor wants to have a child with a woman and doesn't want to have sex. There you go. Artificial insemination.
But that would be the benefit of them having the child. Like the woman also want the child, so it's benefiting her, right?
And cows also want children.
So, just to be clear.
So he said the cows want this. They want to be artificially inseminated because they want children. Hadn't heard that argument before.
So I could commit bestiality as long as I make sure after.
No. I think a good analogy here would be I can commit rape. No, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I know I lost some of you when I said that. I know some of y'all might clip this or something. But no, look, I can commit rape. Okay? So long as that woman wants to have children. Didn't necessarily have to be with me, but she wants to have children. She said it. Look, I looked at the Tinder profile, said wants kids. So we went on a first date and what? She wants kids. She didn't specify with who.
To the fact. So wait, I could commit bestiality on the dog as long as they have children out of it.
No. Just so long as they want children, like just in general. They want children in general.
No. Because again, artificial insemination.
No. Dude. Brian, take me down. Just end it already. Someone end it. This whole YouTube experiment of mine. Someone just end it. Just take me down. Oh my God. The houseflies tried. They tried.
Is not bestiality.
But,
those are two different.
Brian, be careful. You end it, and then I can't stream your Ghost of Yote. So keep that in mind. By the way, guys, I know only about 3 of you care about this. So sorry to the rest of you. I think I really want to play Alan Wake because it's getting on towards Halloween. But if I do that, just so you know, especially you, Brian, because you invested in it, Ghost of Yote is not done. I'm going to continue that game. in the mood to play that Alan Wake. Looks creepy, dark. Okay.
Things.
You're saying I'm looking. Look, we keep going in circles. Let's just be clear. We're looking for an example of something that is a medical practice, not for the benefit of the patient, but the benefit of the person doing it.
Dennis, the question, do you actually agree on the part that non-human animals can give consent with their behavior? Yes. What do you mean? Have you pet a dog and they wagged their tail? That's consent. They like that. When they come up to you and they nuzzle up to you, that's consent. You ever gone up to a dog and then they like cowered and then they growled or something, or they barked? That's non-consent. That's saying, get the fuck away from me. If you're talking specifically bestiality and sexual shit, I mean, let's just not go there. It's gross. But yeah, dogs, they hump you all the time. They try to hump. That's obviously them. Never mind. Guys, stop. Don't clip. God, just stop. Can we move off this topic? I don't want to get into this shit.
AI is for the benefit of the cow.
Oh.
Don't fuck your dog, Dennis.
Because cows want to have calves.
Do they want them to be taken away from them?
Pardon?
So they want to have children, yeah?
Yeah.
I should have listened to
So
Dennis.
do they want them to be taken
Dennis said I was going to hate this debate.
away from them?
But I want to support Elle when she puts stuff out, so.
Not fully necessarily, but we take them away for the children's safety.
What do you mean?
Well, I can get into it, but that's one of my last talking points, so...
So just to be clear...
Do you want to put a pin in that and come back to it later, or...?
No, I think this would be really good, actually. So you're saying it's not bestiality because it's benefiting the cow because they really want children.
Yep.
And they don't want the children to be taken away from them. So that's not benefiting. And you're saying it's benefiting the calf to be taken away from their mother because it's somehow dangerous to the baby.
Yeah.
So let's be clear. We still...
We'll do the Joey video, but I want to finish this. According to Dennis, there's 3 bites of the bullet. Let's hear
haven't found something that's for the benefit of the cow because the thing that she's getting is being taken away from her, right? So she's not getting a benefit. So we still need to find something there, but we'll keep that in mind and we'll go to why it's protecting the calf to take them away from their mother and then send them off to be killed in many cases, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want me to get all the way down there, or do you want to just go through the PowerPoint as is?
Whatever you prefer, really. Whatever's going to kind of address why it's for the safety of the calf.
I just prefer for simplicity to go through the PowerPoint
Absolutely.
bit by bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Just welfare of animals. It's mistreatment of any farmed animal is an offense. So it's freedom from hunger, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, freedom to express normal patterns of behavior, freedom of fear or distress. If you have an issue with farms and say, oh, well, farms do freedom to express normal patterns of behavior, farms infringe on that.
We're on fucking welfare again. My God. You understand you're talking to a vegan. Do you know what veganism is? We're not here to talk about your fucking welfare farm. We don't fucking care about the welfare.
Laws and, rewrite them.
You just fundamentally don't understand the concept. So why are you having this debate? I hear this like a lot when it's kind of like, it's like you want to have debate, but then if someone just clearly doesn't understand the subject, then what's the point? Like, learn it first, then come to me and then we'll debate. After you like fucking know something about the subject.
Like, that's how you actually do how you solve this issue you have. If you have an issue, you go to it at the law
Otherwise, I'm your instructor. You know, I'm your teacher.
and force farmers to do it a certain way.
Teacher.
So you're against any sort of social justice movement that has used other avenues like media, evoking their, not evoking, using their rights to protest, things like that, outreach of sorts. You're against that. You just want any social justice movement to go to the law specific, so like Parliament or something like that.
Well, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so you're saying, look, if you have a problem, go to the law. So I'm guessing go to the government, you go to your council, talk to those people, right? So
yeah.
You would have an issue then with like protesting, outreach, using media to share your opinions. You have a problem with those things specifically?
No, but the problem is you're not actually voicing your problem. You just generalized, go vegan.
She is voicing her opinion as we speak.
Well, instead of just saying, here's a specific practice, here's the specific solution, we should do this solution.
Wait, so you have a problem with people voicing the opinion, go vegan? So, okay. So, according to this guy's very well thought out logic, if I have a sign that says, stop tail docking, that's fine. But if I have a sign that says, go vegan, not fine. That's not okay. That's not allowed.
Instead.
I mean, I've definitely done that. Like, I've had this channel for 11 years. So I've done those things times, and I know many vegans who do exactly that. We go through precisely the problem. You're sat here talking to me right now. I took it to be that you were a dairy farmer and wanted to discuss with you the problems that I have with this. So I think, like,
it's literally
physically right in front of you, there's an example of someone doing more than saying go vegan.
Already getting jumpy. I'm already thinking about Alan Wake.
But so far, all you've really said is, I have a problem with killing the animal at the end.
No, have you not been listening?
I have, yes.
So would you have heard me say maybe 2 or 3 times so far that even in the context where you don't kill the cow, you even asked me this? Would I be okay with it if, like, we set them free afterwards or you let them go or something like that? And I said no because I have a problem with exploitation. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but you haven't really made much of a case for that yet.
Well, I've so far said there's no morally significant that I can find between them and us. And so far, you haven't found one. That's my case.
But as I've said, I don't have an issue with AIing people.
Without their consent.
But we do get consent from cows.
No, you don't.
No, but we've established.
No, but we do.
You already said that.
No, but you don't.
Cows are so
That's why you have those things called rape racks.
Intelligent that we can't get consent from them, right?
No, I said we couldn't get verbal consent from them.
So I can commit bestiality again, right? Because I can get consent from a dog if they look at me a certain way, showing that they're happy with it. I can commit bestiality, right?
I would say there's a legal issue with that, but morally, if the dog is fine, then fuck it, sure.
Okay, just to be sure, so we've got this. You are fine morally with bestiality of a dog.
Morally, but not legally.
Okay, legally. Is there a difference really for you?
About what?
So when you say this is legally wrong, you're just saying it's like descriptively people see it as wrong, but you morally, you personally don't have a problem with it.
If the dog is completely fine with it.
See, here's where we disagree. I don't think you could get to a situation, and this is why I have a problem with bestiality, right? You can't actually fundamentally tell that they are like, okay,
but
you can't. Oh god, this is bad.
Do you want? I'm gonna just speed run over to AI, just to prove my point.
Now I understand why there was a long discussion of bestiality earlier.
Alright, so the use of artificial insemination. This is the process of AIing. Rods used to put the semen into the cow's reproductive organs, and with a hand to guide it. Right. The rape argument. Vegans often criticize the use of AI since it's rape. What they fail to realize, or more accurately choose not to mention, is that the alternative of the bull is literal rape. Do you want to add anything to that?
I thought you said they want to have children. But now you're saying that when a cow and a bull are together, it's literal rape. It sounds to me like you're saying the cow doesn't want to have children. So you're saying that the cow prefers someone of a different species sticking their hand in her ass. That's what you think? Really? To sex with, oh my God. I feel like this is going to be clipped. I feel like this is the prime candidate to clip the shit out of this one.
What do you mean? All times it's always literal rape. What do
I might this.
It's rape.
So you know what happens to
this
the
one
bull,
might need,
right? Can you go through that process? You know, collecting the semen from the bull. What do you do to the
disclaimers?
I'm not entirely sure because again, I didn't say I wanted to discuss that, and you never mentioned that you wanted to mention it, so I didn't look into that.
Well,
but
like,
I believe
it's part of the dairy industry, isn't it? Like electroejaculation of males.
Sure, but not really done on farms. It's done in special facilities.
But it's done for the dairy industry, right?
Right, sure.
Okay. So you don't take moral issue with a electrically ejaculating animal that you can use their semen to artificially eliminate other animals?
Well, when it's beneficial for the species, then yeah, absolutely.
It's not beneficial for the species. You're breeding them to be exploited and killed.
Beneficial to the species of human being to electrically ejaculate them without garnering consent. Wouldn't have a moral problem with that.
Oh man.
Let me put it this way.
Maybe Jake's right.
Let me actually explain what it is. Let's presume there's no way for a man to have consensual.
I'm kind of curious how he crashes out.
Sex with a woman. He has to rape her. What I'm saying, it's okay to then take all men to forcefully ejaculate them because they can only rape because they can't have consensual sex. To then use AI to reproduce humans.
I'm saying in that world where only rape can occur, you don't reproduce.
So you just want extinction for animals?
If it means getting raped, then I have a problem with that. Just because I wouldn't want to be raped to continue the species. I wouldn't want to do that. Would you like to be perpetually raped so that your species could continue?
No, that's why exactly I'm saying we don't let the bull in with the cows, generally speaking.
So you do the raping.
We've established that context for that bull would be rape, right? Being electrically ejaculated, because it'd be rape in a human context.
Do you have an issue with raping rapists?
I don't know if.
Oh my God, I don't understand.
If I'm for that sort of punishment, I don't know if an eye for an eye, that sort of thing. That's a different road. I would prefer rehabilitative justice, but I'm not like I don't have a great understanding of criminology.
Well, I mean, the issue though is that you're raping the cow, right? You understand that, right? You're raping the cow. So do you want her to say that she's okay with raping rapist? Oh man.
In that manner. So I don't really know what's best in that instance, but I would probably go with no, you shouldn't rape rapists, because if it's so bad to rape, you shouldn't be raping anyone.
Right.
However, we actually acknowledge that there's not actually a rapist with this forced ejaculation thing.
Yes,
and the bull generally doesn't mind.
How do you know?
Because I've fertility tested myself. The bull just kind of stands there.
So they've told you, yeah, I'm absolutely fine with this. You know,
Yeah,
there's rape
because they
victims
don't
who
react.
there's rape victims who didn't react in the context.
They don't react.
Yeah, there's rape
Like,
humans.
Right, hang on.
I can't with this one. It's just too much rape and bestiality. Yeah, I'm gonna switch us over. It's just like I feel weird commenting. Like how much can I discuss rape and bestiality on this stream? Yeah, so let's do this one here. Anyway, but good try, L, with that guy. I don't know how it crashes out at the end, but damn. That was gross. That was gross. All right. All right. Joey's video, which I have let run and haven't seen yet. So this is fresh. So I have seen it. I mean, not seen it. I have played it and given it a like and a comment to help the algorithm, but I've not seen it yet.
I knew if we walked through this place that there would be a victim right here.
This is the earlier one, not the graphic one.
God, what have they done to you? I put it to you that there is illegal acts of animal cruelty taking place on your facility right here. It's absolute rubbish. And they're attacking them, hitting them with the forklift, smashing them with rakes.
Guys, sub to L for 1, sub to my channel for 2, for all the bestiality content, and smash that like button, because you must have liked that to still be here. Which says a lot about you. It says more about you than it says about me. Okay, to you. Wait, let's change this view. I've got the weird view where it's like all me. Let's change that. Let me see if I can find how to, which one, like I can't even see the thing I'm selecting. It's so weird. How about this? Why don't I see it? There, that did it. Yeah. Give me that bump. Give me the bumps. Give me all your bumps. What's up, Victoria? Nice to see you. Sorry. It came at a weird moment. This whole video's been weird. Hate to say it. It's been a weird.
He's there. He's been following us from Mark Button's facility. Now they actually engaged in intimidation tactics. There's crimes taking place here. You have footage on your hard drives. Are you going to retain that footage from this point onwards? Well, that's fine. We can call the police.
No.
Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. All right, so we're currently in Cornwall, and we are going to Poultry Farm, a farm that for many years have been committing multiple criminal acts of violence towards animals, dairy cows. We're going to go and confront the owner of the property who lives on the site of the dairy farm. It begins, as many of our investigations do, on a quiet country road. From a distance, the dairy farm looks like any other, but from the sky, the sheer scale of it becomes clear. Rows of massive barns filled with animals. A carefully managed operation that promotes itself as family-run and humane. But is there something more sinister at play? Back in 2022, brave field investigators gathered weeks of covert footage from the site. I received it only recently and was disgusted by what I saw. My first instinct was to rush to publicise it, but there was a problem. Many years had passed, making accountability less likely, and some grainy clips made it harder to identify who was involved. So instead, we decided to reinvestigate. Some of what we filmed is too violent to show, but for the brave, we uploaded those clips separately. As for why we went back, to see if those same practices continued, and secondly, to confirm who is behind all this.
Whoa. Man, it's too much. That's too dangerous. We're just gonna have to go for it. There's no clear trail, right? So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through the lights. Slow, methodically, try not to turn them on.
We finally find the birthing unit. This is the most heartbreaking part of dairy farming. To keep the milk flowing, dairy cows must give birth to a calf each year. After 9 months of growing inside her womb, these first moments of nurture are the most precious to any mother. But that moment is short-lived. On Poultry Farm, we captured calves callously dragged away by one leg, and in many cases, immediately at birth, given no time at all with their mum. This distressed cow comes searching for her baby. The pain of separation is evident, not only in the newborns, but also in the pacing, pining mothers, and even in other herd members who respond to the cries around them. Farmers do this so that the calves do not drink the milk that's meant for sale, and therefore eat into their profits. Losing a child is the worst thing for any parent to even imagine, but on dairy farms like this, it's standard practice.
So just over here, there's a 360 camera that they use to monitor the calves when they're birthed. We're gonna make our way over, but there's a possibility.
All right, Dennis, take care. Yeah. Brian, don't know. Don't take me down. I was joking, Brian. I'm not ready. Give me 2 years. 2 years, Brian. 2 years to make this a success. Just like Jake just put up 2. In May, you can assess again.
Possibility that we might be seen on the camera, but I want to go check the condition of these animals and their calves. So what we're doing is we're just looking for
Fairly appropriate to watch this one after that debate.
any injured animals. Considering the way they're treating them here, wouldn't be surprised if we come across some sick and downed cows. Oh my god. Here. What have they done to you? They've been left here to decompose, like pieces of trash, garbage just left on the side here. No respect. They smell like they've been here for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe a week, in the sun, rotting in front of the others, in front of the other cows, where they can see the other mothers, and they can see this young calf here, blood coming out her nose. This is how the UK dairy industry treats animals. What happened here, guys? Something bad has happened here, hasn't it?
I thought that the UK was such high welfare, you know, like they do it the best way.
Red alert, do you copy?
Is that a ball? Is that red?
Red alert, do you copy?
Again, which driveway? We need to know.
They're coming towards you.
We can't go that way, that means. Squirrel, can you copy? Phoenix to Squirrel, do you copy?
So much of what we captured appears like it breaks UK animal welfare laws. It's these very laws that the public trust are being followed as a bare minimum. And this is not some small rogue farm either. They supply milk to one of the UK's biggest dairy producers, Saputo Dairy UK. Saputo produces many of the biggest names in dairy products, including UK's most popular cheese brand, Cathedral. Of the biggest names in dairy products. Saputo Dairy UK. Saputo.
Clover. Is that this? I wonder if that's the Sonoma County one. I know it says Dairy UK, but
show produces many of the biggest names in dairy products, including UK's most popular cheese brand, Cathedral City. And what's crazy is that right there on Saputo's website, they promise zero tolerance for cruelty and pledge to drop any supplier caught breaking their code of conduct. But how serious are the violations at this farm? To find out, we turn to animal welfare expert Jenny Mace.
So, based on footage from both 2022 and 2025, it would appear that there is persistent illegality occurring at Polshire Dairy Farm. Most frequently, this stems from excessive use of force on cows, including substantial tail twisting, slaps of the face, completely gratuitous hits, dragging of calves, general intimidation, and using goads with sharp or pointed ends. But it also stems from forced movement of so-called downer cows, cows that are unable to stand. And yet another kind of legislation breach is the delayed removal of cattle who have died on the farm and the failure to place their bodies out of reach of other animals whilst awaiting collection of their bodies.
The next day, I put the drone up to see if the 2 dead calves were still there. They were. It was also milking time, and that's when it begins. Callous farmers, grieving mothers, already robbed of their calves, now beaten for refusing to give up their milk willingly. There was only one thing left for me to do: confront the owners of the facility and see what they had to say for themselves. It's Mark here. Mark!
The production value and video quality of Joey's, really like a lot of Joey's recent vids, it's kind of to the point where it's almost like a little mini documentary. It's so well done.
Mark Button is not only the owner of Poultry Farm, but is also the director of Davistow Creamery Direct, representing a privileged pool of farmers who supply milk to Saputo Dairy UK, whose trading entity has a £600 million annual turnover and is owned by Canadian multinational giant Saputo Incorporated. So he's part of a very lucrative operation indeed. Yeah, we're filming a story down here in Cornwall. I put it to you that there is criminal, illegal acts of animal cruelty taking place on your facility right here. How do you respond to that?
That's absolute rubbish.
That's rubbish?
Correct.
And do your staff abuse the animals here?
No.
And if there were criminal acts of animal cruelty taking place here, would you take full responsibility for those acts?
Of course I would.
You would?
Please leave.
So you're willing to take responsibility for the crimes committed on this site?
Please leave the property.
Yeah. Do you understand what animal welfare laws in this country?
I understand anything in this
Okay.
country.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're not.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. We can call the police because we've got a couple of criminal acts of animal cruelty we might want to report. We haven't come here actually without being prepared. I've come here to give you a right to respond. After I said that, Mark started to cooperate. Do you remove dead animals that have been sitting there for days decomposing?
Correct.
Then what are those 2 calves doing there?
They're not dead and decomposing.
Do you have anything to hide in this facility?
No.
Then why don't you take me around there near the mothers?
I will.
Let's go.
But not on camera.
Okay, leave the cameras here, let's go. So you don't have 2 dead calves over here. What are these 2 animals doing here? Aren't you supposed to move these in a reasonable time?
Yeah.
Practical time?
Yeah.
Why have they been decomposing for days and stink? You don't think this is unsavoury, leaving these 2 animals like this, disrespectfully?
Just waiting, they're waiting for collection.
Waiting for collection. Why don't you keep them in the cupboard from flesh-eating animals and rats? This one's tongue swatted. Look at this. Do you think the public would be happy to be having Saputo Dairy in their Cathedral City cheese with these animals laying there like this?
No, I think selling for police and food.
Please come here. That's absolutely fine. You've now invited me into the farm.
He did.
So how can you take full responsibility for all your workers' actions here? Do you review the footage? Do you vet your workers?
Get the workers. I'm on site every day.
Every day?
Myself and son and all.
Who operates the bread company? Do you operate it?
I operate the forklift.
Our footage caught several workers not only beating, kicking and stabbing down cows to force them up, but one man, who appears familiar, goes even further. He rammed this injured cow with a tractor, the same machine workers illegally use to drag animals across the farm, and at times even into the parlour to extract what little milk their exhausted bodies have left. Do any of your workers use excessive force to the animal? No. Hitting?
No.
This is what happens all over. All of them. Like, they're all doing this shit.
Using sharp instruments to goad the animal? No. Are you sure about that? Yes. You've never seen a worker with a sharp instrument in their hands, pinching the others of animals, stabbing them, chasing them?
No.
Never seen that?
No.
But you know everything that takes place in this facility, right?
Yep.
There's crimes taking place here. You have footage on your hard drives. Are you going to retain that footage from this point onwards?
I don't know. I don't know.
Or are you going to delete the footage?
No. You will.
You're smiling.
Alicia, yeah, it's chronic. Yeah, at all these places. Yeah, Joey's got a good team. He definitely does. There are people doing good work in Joey's team. And yeah, definitely starts at the top with Joey's he just seems like someone who's go, go, go. I mean that in a way of like he's always on the ball. Seems like it. It's how Chris Hines described him. Mel and Steve. Good doing the work, Alicia. Saputo has its head office in your city, Felix. Interesting. Local family-owned dairy farm outside Gettysburg, 2,500 cows, 3,000 acres. It's local family-owned, you know? It's like all these places are local to some place. Yeah.
You're smiling. Your sister, yeah, she's laughing. You're not laughing, though, are you?
I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you. I'd actually.
Okay, wait, you want me to leave now?
Leave.
Okay, yeah, okay. His sister was laughing at these allegations. He's got all these cameras operating for what? Like,
It almost looked like he'd been called out.
We noticed someone following us as we left Poultry Farm, and 10 minutes later, they were still following us. You see, Mark just isn't your average farmer. He's also a wealthy businessman, and when you threaten someone's empire, you just don't know what they're capable of.
okay, I'm gonna go to St. Austin. I'm just gonna go to St. Austin and see what he does.
Yeah. Oh, he's following us.
Is he?
He's following us.
So, yeah, there we go.
He is following us.
He's there.
Oh,
No, he's behind us.
He's behind us again.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he's sped up.
He sped right up, didn't he?
Yeah, stop and get out and talk to him.
Yeah, get out.
There you go.
Excuse
There you
me.
go.
We've got a black Audi here following us.
Yep, put him on
Okay.
film.
Okay.
You're gonna like
Yep,
that.
no worries. You want to play games? We can play games too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's there. Do ya? What's your name?
Yeah, let's have a chat.
I don't care. I don't care. I've got your number plate and that and your identity here. And you're not really allowed to follow people to intimidate them, you know that?
I'm just driving.
No, you're not. You're following us. We've recorded you the whole time. There's a police station just here. How about we step inside and have a chat?
I love it. I saw this in like when I was left it playing. I didn't realize he was the one like following them.
With them. You look familiar. You do appear to look like some of the unscrupulous people that work on Poultry Farm in the milking parlour.
I don't.
You do appear to look. I'm just asking. You appear that work on them. You look familiar. You do.
Obviously, you got at least 3 people on this team. You got Joey, Tyrion, and someone filming them right now.
Appear to look like some of the.
I wonder how, like, just curious, with the extremely high level of production and everything that they're working on. Wonder what the team is like. It could be like 4 people, 5 people. I have no idea.
Unscrupulous people that work on Poultry Farm in the milking parlour.
I don't.
You do appear to look. I'm just asking. You appear that way.
Yeah.
So it's not you. You don't work
to look like a lot of other people I see, but no.
Well, you're
you don't
so
work at
intimidating,
Poultry
aren't
Farm.
you? God, see, this is a good lesson, guys. Remember, like, these scare tactics, these intimidation tactics. He stopped and approached him, and then it was just this douchebag. It's always like in our heads, it's something bigger, it's something like more creepy and scary. What the fuck ever. It's just like when Jake Plankeezer was doing his hunting video, the hunting bit. And you think, oh, it's a bunch of guys with guns. It's gonna be so scary. Jake walked right up to them. They're wearing their stupid little outfits. They're fucking shitless, scared shitless. of Jake. Can't fucking talk to him. When bullies are confronted, they're often the ones who back down. It's not always. I'm not saying it's not always that way, but they're scared.
I didn't.
Following us, that's all.
Who I am. It's great.
That's right.
But where are you from? Why are you here? Why are you down here? What's your purpose?
To put forward allegations to Mark Button, right?
I'm not.
For criminal acts of animal cruelty. Don't know who you are.
you don't
Trying to work that out.
Exactly.
2010, 22. Have you worked there since 2022?
Can you go into the police?
He would have, because why is he getting involved?
Yeah.
Why is he getting involved? Because he's definitely been... You're smart, aren't you? You're a few steps ahead of us, aren't you?
Nah.
Guys, if I ruin your day, it will make mine.
You're engaged in an intimidating behaviour, stalking us and following us. He's painting, actually, Mark Button's...
All you did was put yourself in the video. Was that a smart move? I mean...
dairy farm is more of a criminal enterprise.
And then you were following them in this like intimidating fashion, right? And then they pull up and it's a guy in a butterfly shirt. What is that?
He's not actually doing Mark any favors here. What's your relationship with Mark Button?
You're intimidating.
You like that word, don't you?
Have a view.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
they might maybe trading.
Wait. Joey's intimidating? I thought you were following him. Now, Joey's intimidating because he stopped, got out of the vehicle, and is talking to you. Which, by the way, pretty sure. Hang on.
Intimidating.
You like that word?
Wait. Huh?
Not actually doing Mark any favors here. What's your relation?
Look, I don't see any vehicles blocking him, man. Do you guys? I don't see anything. Nothing stopping him from driving away. But guess he realizes he's on film now. So, oh well. Well, you know, he did it to himself, right? Yeah, insanity's vanity. Exactly. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I haven't seen that name in here before. Smash the like and the sub if you haven't subbed already. And I'm going to assume you're already subbed to Joey, but we will link to it at the end.
With Mark Button.
You're intimidating.
You like that word, don't you?
Have a view.
Yeah, they might,
No.
maybe trading standards might have a view on who the identity of those are in footage.
You don't have any footage of me. Because I'm not from here.
And why are you following us?
I'm following you. I've stated I'm not following you.
What don't you like about what I do?
Wait.
And what identity of those are in footage?
You don't have any footage.
You don't have any footage of me, says the guy with the camera being held up to his face. Tyrion standing here filming. A third person standing behind Tyrion, filming this guy, filming. We're in layers now. We got someone filming Tyrion, filming Joey, filming this guy, and probably all the shots have this guy in the view. Think we got some footage on you, buddy.
Because I'm not from here.
And why are you following us?
I'm following you. I've stated I'm not following you.
What don't you like about what I do?
I don't know what you do.
You don't know what I do, but he doesn't like what I do.
He doesn't
He's
like
very, very intelligent, this one. Does that make sense to you?
You do earlier on.
Does that make sense to you?
At the van when I was at a junction and approached me with
You
a
have started following us before that, mate. We
Your
filmed
fist
it.
waving.
It's fine. There were no fists.
Hazards on.
No, I just said come over here and talk to us.
Aggressive. And I reversed back. And I reversed back.
Mark Button.
Mark
Button. Mark Button just come through on his phone.
Yeah.
So Mark Button, that's on 4K. We can zoom in there. So why is Mark Button contacting you? Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Why is Mark Button contacting you? This guy's not very smart, is it? Turns out you're not so smart, eh? Turn your hands around.
Joey.
Let us see your hands. Blood on them, eh?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was jealous.
That was good. That was good, Joey.
Blood on them, eh?
Yeah.
We ended up at the police station, not because
Good
we'd
one.
done anything wrong, but for the
Even made
safety
him
of our
laugh.
team. Because the
Hey, Joey, come on my channel. I want to interview you. Let's do it. Mobius, what's up? You're not busy, right, Joey? Come on. You're not. Joey's acting like he's always so busy. Come on, Joey.
Strange car stalker had refused to stop. The police confirmed to us that the black Audi belonged to the farm.
Believe the vehicle may have belonged to the farm.
The black Audi?
Yeah. Perhaps just trying to scare you off.
These shameless intimidation tactics might work on defenseless animals, but they won't work on us.
See, they think it will work on a lot of people, but yeah, they didn't get lucky. They did not get lucky on this one. Yeah, you're only up against one of the larger activist channels out there. Not easily intimidated.
After meeting Mark and Mysterious Car Guy, I was able to get a good gauge of their identifying characteristics. We then started trawling
Mysterious Car Guy.
Back through our secret camera footage to see exactly where anyone resembling them was committing animal cruelty. We noted their mannerisms and behaviours, the way they walked, the way they talked, their faces, height and age. And then we compared them to others at the farm. It became clear that Mark Button himself was involved with many of the worst examples of cruelty, including the tractor incident and the use of sharp goads. Jenny's report confirmed at least 10 breaches of legislation attributed to the man resembling Mark. And then there's Mysterious Car Guy.
Please go to the police station.
Station?
I think that is Mark Button. You know why? Because he's a button. Like Benjamin Button, he's going back in time. Now he's younger. That's Mark Button. That's why it was on his screen.
Police station. What accent's that? You look familiar. You work on the farm. I might have you on footage. He works in the milking parlour, don't you?
Yes.
Well, he was even easier to identify.
Your hair appears to be blonde. You've got blue eyes. You got blonde eyebrows that meet in the middle.
Mark,
Your
that you?
nose slants to one side.
It does, yeah.
So you appear to be about 5 foot. Yeah, about that.
Short, angry, athletic,
Are you a boxer?
and aggressive. Terrorizing, attacking, and swearing at these gentle, timid animals.
You're literally bluffing, mate. It's so
Bluffing?
You have no.
That's him. That's him.
Is it?
Yeah. You work in the milking parlour, don't you? Do you like chasing cows?
I really.
I'm asking a question. Do you like chasing cows?
But who was he? After a deep search, we finally found him.
Is that your father? Mark Button. Silver wedding.
Just like Daddy did. It's all of them. I swear. I say it jokingly, and then it's always in the family. No critical thinking skills, no ability to go do your own thing. Just Daddy does it, so I'll do it.
Ring on his left hand.
Yes. Like most wedding rings are on your left hand. Yes, correct.
Married to Mark Button's daughter and lived at the farmhouse on site.
Believe the vehicle may have belonged to the farm.
His name, Sam Trudgian. But what about the others? Like the other director, Richard Thomas. Well, unreleased footage from secret cameras left at his farm in 2022 also
That was me saying hello, by the way.
Uncovered cruelty, including 38 cases of excessive use of force, and shockingly, workers beating and violating cows with plastic pipes. Disturbingly, this kind of violation was also captured on Mark's farm. So now we have two main directors and a son-in-law involved in suspected crimes against animals while supplying the milk which makes the son-in-law. So now we have two main directors and a son-in-law involved in suspected crimes against animals while supplying the milk which makes the nation's favourite cheese. Now don't forget that these cameras were left at random weeks in random years on the farm. And this is what we found. And even on the day that we were talking to Mark, they were hitting cows then in the milking parlour. So this proves that the cruelty was widespread and frequent, not isolated. This is always the case, whether we expose small farms, large farms, or even RSPCA assured farms. And it always seems that no matter when we look, we find the same thing. You see, this culture of abuse takes place wherever someone looks at an animal and sees a product instead of a sentient being worthy of respect. They abuse these animals, they lie to the public, and then they laugh all the way to the bank. So now it's time for real accountability. Stay tuned.
These are great videos. Even just structurally, just I don't know. It's really that was great. He keeps putting out bangers. This Joey guy, you know, I feel like he's got potential. This guy, this Joey Carb Strong. That his name, Joey Carb Strong. Yeah, I feel like he could, you know, if he tries, he could get bigger. He's worthy of a Jeremy bump. He is. The tamer version is good too, that he released a few hours ago to appease you. Oh shit, we didn't watch that one. Well, we didn't appease YouTube today. Nope, we talked about bestiality. We talked about R. Why would I even censor it after all that? We did all that. Yeah. Let's watch Chip Guy. Haven't reacted to Chip in a while. This conversation went deeper than I expected. That Chip Guy. Yeah, give Joey the Jeremy bump. And let him know who sent you. And also let him know that, you know, it's clear that, you know, he's getting a lot of subs, and it's probably a result of Jeremy reacting to his content. Just tell him, you know, your success is really the result of Jeremy over the years. I'm very loyal. I always watch his videos. I hit the like. I give him drop a little comment. And yeah, I think it's me. So what I'm saying is when you go over there and you give Joey the Jeremy bump, let him know, you know that Jeremy guy? You don't, but there's this Jeremy guy. He wants to interview you. So, yeah. So I want to interview Joey. But the guy is so busy. He's just, like I said, the reputation of Joey is that he is always going. Always going. Ah, glitch. God. Chip clips.
What's your name?
Andy.
Chip clips.
Andy, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Andy?
I'm originally from Baltimore in the United States, but I currently live in Valencia, Spain.
Love it. From Baltimore and live in Valencia. I love Americans that live in Europe. I don't know. It's just something.
Yeah,
that was very cool. Interviewing Ronnie Lee was very. He's pretty accessible to people who want to interview him. I think, but all the same, it was such an honor.
I live here as a study abroad student for university. So.
What was your name again?
Andy.
Andy. Okay. So Andy, I want to ask you, what's your take on oppression? Do you think oppression is justified?
In almost any case, no, I don't think oppression is justified. I think in almost any case, there's no real reason for it. Like people shouldn't try to position themselves morally, like in any way at all, above each other. I don't think. Yeah. For any reason, and especially not for most of the reasons that people see oppression, like just for reasons of race or like religion, things like that.
So discriminating based on race and choosing to oppress somebody because of how they're born, it would be wrong, correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And when it comes to these phenotypes that we choose, right? Like for race, we usually say skin color, right? And all of these phenotypes that we look for, do you think there's any phenotype that would justify oppression?
Not that I can think of.
Not that you can think of. So if I say, what if a human is not intelligent? He's intellectually challenged. Would it be okay to oppress them?
No. Well, in almost any case, no. The only reason that I can see for any sort of like bad opinion of them is if they do it by choice.
Yeah.
Like I know people that.
But oppression means cruel and unjust treatment, right? So it would essentially mean like if they somehow are cruel themselves, then trying to counteract their actions wouldn't necessarily be unjust, right? It would be in a sense hey, I'm trying to teach you something, or like it's there's some form of retribution there happening, right?
Yeah, oppression for any reason like that, I think is unjustified. I think trying to help them, maybe calling them out on their ways for thinking that.
But maybe they can't communicate. Maybe they're so intellectually challenged they can't communicate, they can't think. Maybe they remained at the same level of cognitive abilities as they were maybe when they were 1 year old or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be okay to oppress them?
No, I think in that case, of course, trying to help them is trying to help them. But I think, and like especially people that cannot control that.
Okay.
I think is there's no real reason to have any bad, not even really bad take towards them, a bad like action towards them.
Okay. So. And what if they're hairy? They're the same person, intellectually challenged, but also very hairy.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Chip. Don't do that. Find something else. Don't attack someone because they're hairy. That's not fair.
Doesn't make much difference. I don't think.
Doesn't make much difference. And what if they don't walk on 2 legs?
That's fine.
I don't see much. I don't see how that makes much.
I don't mean that's fine. That's not fine. Just don't use a hairy guy.
I agree with you on that one. But do you see where I'm going with?
Yes.
Yeah. So what about animals? Do you think we should be oppressing animals?
Not oppressing. I mean, obviously people have to eat, but I mean,
do we have to eat animals or animal products?
We don't have to eat animals, but I think most people choose to because for most people they find it better. I personally, I don't mind eating animals, but I think that the treatment of most animals, especially those that are grown specifically to be eaten,
all of those are grown. All animals are grown to be eaten. What do you mean? All the animals in animal agriculture are.
Good night, Victoria. Have a good night as well. Baltimore. Brian, I don't think so. Not yet.
Grown to be eaten.
Almost all of them. A lot of them are grown specifically for other products, like chickens are grown for eggs, sheep are grown for their wool.
They're still killed and eaten afterwards. When they can no longer produce enough eggs, they're killed and eaten. And the male chicks who don't produce eggs, they're still killed and eaten. The sheep that when their wool production declines or something happens, they kill them and eat them. All animals are killed and eaten.
I think it depends on the method. I think,
well, how is that not oppressive though? Like, because it is cruel and unjust because we do it for something we don't need, right? Like if there was a need for it, you could justify it by saying, hey, I need to do it. It's bad, but I need to do it. But now it's just, it's bad and I want to do it. Is it really justified to do that?
I think to the extent that we as you say, oppress animals. I think to the extent that we do it now is too much. I think absolutely people could lower the amount that.
But even one animal, right? Like let's say that pigeon over there. If I just right now all of a sudden choose to cut their throat and drink their blood, that would be oppressive for me to do that because I don't need to do any of that shit. Wouldn't that be weird or wrong for me to do it?
I mean, if you were to just kill that pigeon right there, kill like just some animal and eat it, I think that's not a good thing because you can just as well like go to a store and get food.
So what's the difference between
plant food, right? Yeah.
Between that and going to a store and paying for an animal to get killed for you?
Because to an extent, and to a pretty large extent, I'd say, most animals that are grown to be eaten it's not necessary, but I think it's like they're.
He knows. We're 5 minutes in. I feel like he already knows.
There's good reason for it.
Money is the reason. Is the only reason. There's no biological reason. You don't need animal products if that's what you're going for.
Yes, but it's much easier for people to live life eating plants and animals.
It was much easier for the slave owners to have slaves. Doesn't mean that should have continued, does it? Just
that
because
is
something
true.
is easy doesn't mean it should continue.
That's true.
I appreciate you didn't get triggered by this example. Some people get triggered
Yeah,
by this
me
example.
too.
Well, I don't really mind it. It's I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
He
good
seems
conversation
like
to have. There's a lot of
I think the circuitry is connecting right now as we speak.
different opinions, and none of them most of them are not particularly wrong. Like people that don't want to eat animals, for the reason of like, you know, not wanting to kill them just like for the purpose. I think that those people are definitely in the I'd say in the
Come on, you're almost there.
right. I think that I respect people that
said
are
it.
definitely in the I'd say in the right. I think that I respect them.
Would you kill any dogs?
No, but I think
I
that's
feel like he just conceded that veganism is the way to go. I think he did.
a lot of based on the culture that I was growing up in. Like
Sure.
in a lot of like East Asian countries, cats and dogs are seen, like a lot of cats and dogs are eaten.
Yeah, but
in a place like China. But
let me ask you: do you think it's moral to kill any dogs?
Steven, what's up?
no, because they're not. At least here, they're not grown.
He's smarter. He's all twisted up right now because he knows.
But if they would be grown for that purpose, would it be okay? Would it be moral?
No. You just said no. You just said no.
It's a difficult question.
No, it isn't. It's a difficult.
I mean, it's not a difficult question. It's actually a very easy question. It couldn't be easier, honestly. That is about as simple a question as you could get.
Difficult question because you really want to be in your position. You really want to justify your position, because I'm sure it's not that difficult of a question, is it? Right?
No, and I
probably would have a repulsion if you would see it happen.
I would absolutely. And I know that this is being like brought back to, you know, would you do that with cows?
Exactly.
Pigs?
What's the difference between them?
Yeah,
That's the question that I was leading to. Yeah.
it reminds me of a sign that I saw that PETA put up, and it was like it was the spectrum of like cow all the way up to like dogs, like which one's food, which one isn't, and it really does make you think. And it is a difficult question.
It's not difficult unless you're fighting it. What's difficult is trying to wriggle out of it, you know, the obvious answer to these questions, which is it's all wrong. That's what's difficult. That's what you're struggling with. You're struggling with how to cling on to your old ways. That's it. And I just had a conversation with someone today. We were talking about vegetarian versus vegan. And I was just saying the irony is that being vegan, in my opinion, is so much easier than all these other things. Because it's simple. It's just very easy. When you're trying to like look for all these loopholes, can I do this? Can I do that? Then you're like complicating things. Whereas vegan, it's like, oh, animal product, no. Simple, easy, not complicated whatsoever. So these people that try to go plant-based but have like just this little exception over here or that little exception over there, or if you're a vegetarian and you have this exception for dairy and eggs. A lot of people just don't know, though, of course, about like the dairy industry and the egg industry. But it's easy. Once you know, then vegan is easy. All these other things are complicated.
I would struggle to eat animals that I would consider pets, like dogs and cats, and even like I've eaten rabbit before. In Valencia. Valencian paella includes rabbit, and I know a lot of people that would feel bad eating rabbit, and I didn't necessarily feel bad eating it, but it like I love bunnies. They're adorable. So like it does make me feel a little bit bad, and I don't know.
Don't you think moral values, like these values that you hold, don't you think they should be challenged when you become an adult? Like, do you think
insanity's vanity? If we had 5 revolutionaries like Barry Horn for every 500 vegans, we'd see a different world.
Because I understand that these values were given to you from your parents, but don't you think you should challenge them?
Well, in this crowd of, people, I think even people who watch my channel are mostly animal rights activists and people who are interested in that. And so it is meant to inspire, people to be active, and to inspire non-vegans to be vegan. It's all these different things, and to shine good lights on activists and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think this is a pretty active crowd. Got a lot of real go-getters here. It's pretty cool. I like the crowd that we have. Sometimes I say, like, I don't have the biggest channel, but the quality over the quantity. Like, sometimes I'm just like over the moon, like just the kinds of folks that show up. Look, we got Jake, we got Steven, Felix, Alicia. Got some new folks that I haven't seen before, like Insanity's Vanity, who seems based as fuck. I mean, it's a crowd. It's a good. We have Victoria.
Like, don't you think you shouldn't just take them
A lot of times we got Chip, who's doing the good work.
for granted? Because if not, society would have never evolved if people wouldn't challenge these values. And always, if the values always come from culture or from the people before, we always end up in the same position, and we never evolve. Women never get rights, slaves never get freed, and smart people cannot speak against the system, because all those values have said it's wrong to do this, right? Because it comes from somewhere top, and people just start saying it to their children and so on and so forth. But if you yourself cannot find the difference between these two individuals, and don't you think you should respect their rights equally? Because it's not about how we see them, it's about who they are as individuals, right? I don't think morality comes, like, do you think it's wrong for me to kill a human because of the value that I have on them, or because of the value that they themselves have?
Well, when it comes to humans, I think that there's pretty much no reason for killing another human.
Well, there is the same reason that you would kill an animal, because I want to eat their flesh. It could be just the same reason. It sounds fucked up because nobody does it, but it could be just the same reason. Just because something is normalized doesn't mean it's just as fucked up. Like, to a victim, like, if you were to be sent to a slaughterhouse, do you think to you it would be that much different than it would be to a cow or a pig or somebody, like, to be gassed to death and then killed? Because that's what they do to pigs, by the way. They gas them, right?
It is very much based on our societal norms. I think not necessarily given to us by our parents, but especially by like society that we've grown up in. And I do think that going back to what you were originally saying, like, absolutely, people as they grow up should be challenging the ideas that they're grown up with. And I think it.
But here's a different angle. Let me ask you this, because you're in Valencia. What's your view on bullfighting?
I don't know if I'd take action against it, but I don't like the idea of it, mainly because the bull dies. So
would you find it immoral?
Yes.
So you see,
that was easy.
When I swap
that was easy.
So the action of killing an animal for food, right? For optional food. This is the action that I'm contesting right now. When I swap the animal with an animal you respect, you find it wrong. When I swap the action with an action you find wrong, you find it wrong. But all of them are the same, right? To bullfight is to use an animal for entertainment when you don't need to. To eat meat is to use an animal for taste pleasure when you don't need to. So all of it comes from the same place. It's all kind of the same homogenous thing. It's just that culturally, more and more people have stood up to it, and you got sensitized and learned that it's wrong. But I'm asking you, don't you think, like, cognitively, logically, you don't even have to change your mind whether you're going to eat meat or not. But logically, don't you think that it is just as wrong to consume animal products?
In the amount that we do, yes, I think it is wrong. The only reason that I'm not against it is because
Come on now. Come on now. You're smart. I can tell. I can tell you already understand it. You're still wriggling.
A good amount of the amount of animals that are killed, it's not for a bad reason, because like people have to eat, and a lot
We
of
don't have to eat animals though.
No, but it's a lot of people do, and it is in the amount.
That's not the question, though.
That people do eat it. The amount that people eat animals right now could be lower. Like people should be lowering the amount of animal products they eat.
Because why
job.
would it ever be
Good job,
more
Chip.
than 0 if you don't need to do it even once? Why would it ever be justified to exploit and kill an animal?
Because eating it, like the animal meat, is to a pretty
I
large.
feel almost bad for this guy, just the amount that he's just stuttering. I mean, this is going to end well, I think, this one.
And healthier for you.
It's not. What is it? Because more than 300 grams of white meat per week gives you a gastrointestinal cancer, and is linked to all-cause mortality.
That is true.
And eating red meat is carcinogenous. We already know that. So,
not if you eat
local. No. Please say it. Please say it. As long as it came from next door, it's fine.
And like normal amounts, like the amount that people eat red meat right now and white meat is much higher than.
He's just saying the amount. Damn. I thought I could telegraph where he was.
It's healthy, but a little bit of it,
But you know why a little bit is okay?
Yeah, like you smoke like one cigarette a week, you're probably going to be okay. That doesn't mean the cigarettes are good for you.
Because you compensate it with the plants, and all the antioxidants in the plants help against the detrimental effects that the meat has. That's also why the effect after 300 grams, in the study that says about 300 grams a week, it also mentions that after 300 grams, the effect that plants have no longer make any difference anymore. So it's still the plants that make a difference. So if you're in this position where, because it's obviously not that healthy for us, right? Like it's saturated fat increases cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, which is correlated with heart disease, which is the #1 killer worldwide. It's bad for the environment because it takes considerably more land to produce animal protein than plant protein, because you have to feed the animals. It uses more water. The slaughterhouse workers suffer from PTSD. Every single individual, farmers, every single individual who works in this industry is also exploited and paid very little. The only people who get money and who get to benefit a lot from it is the people on top. But everybody else at the rest are just individuals who go along with it, and everybody suffers from it, including yourself. You may not realize it, but it does affect you because governments pay subsidies, you pay taxes, you pay a lot of money for the meat so that they can use that money and lie to you and tell you, animals are treated well. The problem isn't that we treat them this way. The problem is that the factory farming, you see, if we do it biologically, it's okay.
I like that Chip mentioned they use your money to lie to you, because that's so true. They take your money away and then pay for the ads that lie to you and keep you trapped in that little cycle, big cycle, whatever.
Because this is another industry who's trying to sell you their products. But that's all it is. In reality, whatever you do to an animal, if you don't need to do it and it's harming them, you shouldn't do it. It's as simple as that.
Regardless of how the rest of this conversation goes, I'm very confident this guy will go vegan, just because it's so obvious to me that he does understand. And it's more just, it's that thing where people really struggle to say in the moment, yes, I will change based on this conversation. It's just a hard thing for people to sort of be like, oh, this person just changed my life on the spot. Happened to me. But it took someone recommending Earthlings. Would I have said in that conversation, even if she made it clear, I will be vegan from now on? Probably not in that moment. But she didn't give like a very, she gave some arguments, but she let the film do the talking. And,
I think it, first off, just about everything that you said is true.
Yeah.
I study biology.
Yeah.
And I actually very recently did like a small paper, not like published or anything, but for an assignment.
Very nice.
On the other hand, I say this, and I'm sort of forgetting how many people are just pieces of shit. I'm not saying this guy is, but there are a lot of shitty people out there who do know better.
Based actually around a similar topic, like how healthy certain foods are for you, and that assignment, the topic of like eating animals, how much healthier it is versus plants came up.
Yeah.
And
Team likes. Over time,
it was discovered.
Had a lot of people come and go in the stream.
By the research that I had looked into was research done by Dr. Giles Yeo. And he...
Alicia, no masters, no slaves, no kings, no tyrants. All these people in the crowd. There were so many people there. I really wished I brought the PETA stuff. I brought the flyers, handed them out. They went fast, went real quick. Really wish I had brought posters of the animals. And here we are talking about no kings, no tyrants, no tyranny, no subjugation. How many of those people do that to animals? Glad they're standing up against tyranny on a human level. Stand up for it for animals too. Extend it to all.
It basically said that
missed opportunity.
Animal meat is...
In my defense, one, I knew it would be big. I didn't realize how big. And then also the people that I was with were like very keen to wander around, which I didn't know they would be. So we saw a lot. So yeah, I felt bad because I was like, damn, this would have been a lot of eyeballs on this. I had this one great sign that would have worked so well.
And I should probably preface this by saying that I think morality and healthy,
it's okay.
Health,
Yeah, they don't think
morality
that.
and
There will
health,
be
morality,
more.
and like economics are all three pretty different discussions, I'd say.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
In terms
and
of
environment is yet another different discussion. Yeah.
In terms of health, meat and plants, if you eat both in regular healthy amounts, is...
You can be healthy. I'm not denying that. You can be healthy consuming animal products.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of it is because a lot of the times when we think, why would I change my values if I think a lot of people consider that they need this product, right? But if you can be healthy without eating this product, if you can...
Yeah, I like where Chip's going with this. But it's also like, it's like saying, yeah, you can be overall healthy while doing unhealthy things. That doesn't mean that the consumption of the animal product isn't unhealthy. I mean, I used to be in great shape when I was drinking every night, like a lot. I was drinking every day and I was swimming and I was in great shape, very fit. By the way, I'm honestly in better shape as a vegan when I do absolutely nothing. And I don't mean like looks wise when I do absolutely nothing. Like I could look better. I could look more chiseled or build a little bit. I'm pretty puny looking, I guess, right now, but whatever. The point being though, I've told this story before. I used to swim almost every morning. No, I'm not going to say every morning, nearly every morning. I would get off the air when I was in radio. I'd swim, come back to work, and spend some time, go out with my friends later and drink. And I mean, obviously that took its toll, but there was this short time period where I started swimming again, wanted to get in great shape. There was the time period when I was like hanging out with Wayne a lot, who hits the gym hard, and I would go to the gym with him, try to keep up with Wayne, which almost never happened. And during that time period, I was hitting the Y a lot too. I was going swimming when we were in San Francisco, and I was in, I mean, what the point that I'm making is that I was in way better shape than I had been back in the day when I was younger. Keep in mind, in my 20s and 30s, than I was in my late 30s, early 40s as a vegan who had just like picked up exercising again. But anyway, this was a long spiel, but the whole point was you can be doing unhealthy things like drinking like I was and still be physically fit. That doesn't mean drinking is good for you. In fact, we know it's not. It's very bad for you. Very, 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 very bad for you. Same with eating animals.
Economically, we also have studies that it's cheaper to be on a plant-based diet. So if you can be healthy, if it's cheaper, if it's also immoral to do this to animals, because as we tested the morals, when I change the animal or when we change the action, we find it immoral. So the consistency is all over the place. Then logically, it should mean that what we do to animals is wrong. Then the only logic.
And yes, to your point, Alicia, yes, you can be unhealthy as a vegan. But honestly, I mean, it was very telling. I mean, I was eating shitty as a vegan, eating shit vegan food. And I mean, even when I'm eating shitty vegan food for a while, I'll be climbing up mountains where other people are slowing down. I'm not going to say I'm in the best shape. I'm not trying to overstate it, but I'm up on those mountains. So I'm just saying, like, even as a vegan, yes, you can be unhealthy, but your health baseline is higher than your health baseline as a omnivore.
Logical conclusion should be that then we should stop supporting it, right? I mean, that's how I got there personally. Like, I don't see any other. Is there any other way around it?
I think the majority of the way that animals are grown, treated, and it's very broad and not amazing word to use, but produced, is immoral, and a lot of it actually should be stopped. I think, especially the way that in America, a lot of the way that meat is produced is immoral. But definitely, there are some ways that are more ethical than others, and also to an extent, meat is, while it's not necessary to a lot of people, it's very, very important to them. And I think rightly so. I mean, it's the way that we've been getting a lot of our specific nutrients for years, and it's like.
But who cares? Who cares about this? Because if you're just looking at from that perspective, what about the victims? Why don't you take into consideration the victim's position? Like, I feel like if the victim were dogs, if the victim were like how people get outraged when at the Yulin festival in China, or if the victim were humans, all of a sudden everybody would be like, fuck your traditions, fuck what you think you need from it, you don't need it, stop it, you can choose to do otherwise. Why is it that when it comes to these specific animals, we turn a blind eye and say, you know what, traditions are more important, what we want is more important?
Because the meat that we get is, it is a difficult question to answer, but
no, it's not. No, it isn't.
And comparing it to humans and animals, I think that it obviously morally people feel more inclined to be on the side of humans, whereas like most people just are more willing to stick to their traditions.
Yeah, because you know there's this difference between affective empathy and cognitive empathy, right? Like affective empathy is when you can empathize and feel what the other individual feels like, and it's very easy for us to do that when it comes to a human being. But cognitive empathy is one where you have to think, where you have to put in that position, where you have to understand the situation and say logically, well, if I were in that situation, I wouldn't like to be put in that.
God. Nilf again. Coming in at the end. Coming in at the rear. That's what Nilf does. Nilf. Always going for the rear. That's Nilf.
Position. So that's the one where people don't usually use. People use affective empathy, and yes, they say, oh, it's wrong, get outraged. But people should use more cognitive empathy, because in reality, in that position, there could always be this position for everybody where somebody with power is choosing to oppress them however they're choosing to do it. And yes, maybe there are better ways to oppress and worse ways to oppress, obviously, right? Like somebody beating you with a lead pipe is fucking bad. If they choose afterwards to beat you like with a rope or something, that might be better. I don't even know if the one is better or the other, but you see what I'm saying? Like there are worse ways to do things, but when it's a bad thing that you're doing, it needs to stop regardless, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I think sticking to
You do know.
tradition is something that people are going to be continuing to do just because it
doesn't matter in the context of this conversation what other people keep doing. It's about what you do. And then if you have concerns about it, as you probably should and will, then you can try in influencing others and make the world a better place. That would be a great use of your time, don't you think? Of this precious life that we've been given. Or have, whatever.
a difficult thing to stop. The total
Steven's here. I went religious there for a second.
slaughtering of animals for meat.
You proud of me,
But I
Steven?
do think effectively, if enough people were to speak out about it, definitely the industry could be lowered in size, in money.
But who are you? What do you want to do?
I want the industry to like just get smaller. It's better. It'll be better off for people's health. It'll be better off economically, and more animals are saved.
So what are you going to do about it?
I mean, I'd like to tell people if the topic comes up.
You can tell people about it, but don't you think if you tell people about it and you yourself are still supporting it, wouldn't that make you a hypocrite?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be supporting the cause to lower the size of the industry.
Well, how? Because if you're paying even once when you don't need to, you're not supporting the making it smaller. You're supporting the making it bigger.
I suppose.
You're just not making it as big as everybody
Come
else
on,
does. That's what you're saying. But you're still
not
supporting
hard.
and
Come
making the industry
on.
bigger. You're still giving them money.
Yeah, it's a.
How much hand holding does this guy need, man? Come on. You're smart. We can see it. We can see that we see it's there. I see under that long hair. You can't hide it from me. I see there's a dome right there. There's a dome with a brain inside of it.
Hard change to make to one's lifestyle.
It can seem that way, In reality, it's not that hard because you live in Europe. You have so many alternatives today, and
that's true.
It's just my brain is like, oh, I've done this my whole life. It's difficult, but in reality, it's not that difficult.
I guess.
Yeah, who seems to be struggling right now to work things out right now? Is it Chip, who seems quite calm and he's figured it out? And then you're struggling hard because you're trying to clean. But that's the hard thing, isn't it? That's what you start to realize. No, this is complicated. What Chip was saying, very simple.
I do know I do enjoy that.
I don't mean to make fun. You seem a great guy. I'm sure a future vegan, perhaps a current vegan. Still got 2 minutes. But yeah, I mean, all the stuttering because you're trying.
The taste of meat. So I would struggle to give it up in entirety. And also because I like being healthy, and to live healthy off a plant-based lifestyle, you have to take supplements.
What supplements do you have to take?
A few of them: iron, calcium, vitamin
You can't get
B12.
iron, calcium from plants.
Not.
Yeah, no, you don't have to take iron or calcium, and really, you don't even have to take B12 because it's in so much of the foods that we eat already that I know you're going to eat, even though you're talking about health food. I know you're going to eat those Impossible Nuggets because they're so damn delicious. You talked about how you like the taste of the meat. Well, you're going to like the taste of the Impossible Nuggets. Trust me, especially the spicy variety. And they put it, and if you prefer Beyond, they put the B12 in that too. So yeah, you're probably fine. But you should probably take it.
In healthy amounts, no.
What do you mean?
Plants don't produce enough iron, calcium, vitamin B12.
I'm a certified nutritionist, man.
I don't believe plants produce
They do.
health. You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. By the way, he's slightly bigger than you, I think. I know he's closer to the camera, but he looks bigger.
just eat a little bit of kale with some vitamin C.
Spinach does produce iron, doesn't it?
Spinach is a good one, but a lot of times spinach has oxalates, which they bind to heavy minerals, so you're going to absorb less. Kale has none of that, so that's why I recommend kale. You can buy it frozen. It's so cheap frozen, and it's...
Guys, I appreciate Chip's expertise. Eat spinach. It's good for you. Spinach is great. Be like Popeye. Spinach is good for you. Kale's probably better for you. But spinach is great. It's okay. Just don't overthink it. Like, why are we overthinking it? It's just okay. It's okay. But if you're like super concerned, then take Chip's advice. But if you're a normal, functioning person, just eat it. If it's green, green food equals health. Okay? It's like, I like this. I don't know if it's true. Someone pointed this out. I don't know, maybe it was a book, someone, that our colors that we see are because helps us to pick out the foods that are good for us, like blueberries and raspberries and strawberries and brightly colored salad, carrots and leaves, kale and spinach. Darker green, the better. Get them, eat your greens. Broccoli, eat your broccoli. And then eat some Impossible Nugs. Who cares? Get that shit. You'll feel good because you'll get all the calories you're used to, and they load them up like multivitamins. Come on, dude. Stop it. I don't know where they are.
I put it in a smoothie in the morning, every morning. Don't have any issues
Baltimore?
whatsoever.
Did you saw someone said Baltimore? Okay. Baltimore. Very easy.
Iron.
Okay.
And calcium. I mean, soy is very rich in calcium. So if you're going to eat tofu or any soy product, which most plant-based people who eat, you're going to have a lot of calcium.
Okay.
Yeah. B12 is a good one, but B12 is also not one that animals produce. B12 is one that is produced by bacteria or archaea, and it's one that animals used to get from ruminating on the grass. But since animals don't really ruminate on the grass, and since we kind of fucked up the ground, that bacteria is barely existent. So farmers, they actually give B12 to the cows, to the chickens,
Guys,
to
I'm
the
gonna say
animals
something
themselves.
controversial.
And they don't.
I hope this doesn't end our friendship, Stephen, but I'm going to have to diverge from you quite heavily on kale chips. Never had a kale chip I liked. Love kale, by the way. I like kale. Raw, cooked. I like kale. Kale chips. I don't know. That's devil witchcraft. That's witchcraft. I hope we're still friends, Stephen, but I just want to be honest about the kale chips. Look, I just don't want people led astray. Because somebody, look, they're going to listen to your misinformation there, Stephen. They're gonna listen to that. They're going to say the kale chips are good, and then you're going to go and eat that. And then they're going to be like, fuck veganism. I can't with these Stephen endorsed kale chips. These are good. Yeah, no, I'm sure I've just had shitty kale chips. I'm sure they're good. Alicia's, look, you guys can't turn on me, okay? What I say is, what's the word? Well, those are good. This fucking Sea Point Farms gets so much free advertising from me, and I'm waiting on that sponsorship deal. But why would they give it to me if they know they can get it for free? So I'm only shooting myself in the foot. Now I know I'm not going to get any kale chip companies calling me up. Lion's mane crumble, that sounds good. Lion's mane, good for the brain. That's what I heard. It's a rhyme too, sort of. Lion's mane, good for the brain.
Give it for the betterment of the animal, because they kill them far before the any form of ailment sets in, right? They give B12 so that you get it secondhand. So it's just easier for you to get a keto supplement yourself without getting it secondhand from them.
Yeah, maybe I was just malinformed about how nutrition works. I don't know. I feel bad. I've left my friend standing here for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I appreciate you having this
Cool
conversation
guy.
with me. Let's just do this one thing. Can you just promise me you'll watch the most important speech you'll ever hear? It's a video that appears on top here. You'll like it. I like our conversations from an American guy who holds a speech about kind of what we discussed, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And until you do that, can you hold yourself accountable and not consume any animal products?
I'll try my best.
I appreciate it, man. That's all I can hope for. But try your actual best, okay?
Okay.
Think about from the position of the animals, okay? I like you, Andy.
I do too. I like Andy. Chip clips.
Peggy.
Peggy, I'm Chip.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Chip.
Wait, this one's just 5 minutes. That's all right. Let's do another chip clip.
Hi,
Peggy,
nice to meet you.
I wasn't going to. It just went right into it. But we'll do it. Just not a kale chip clip, okay? Chip clip, fine. Kale chip clip, no. We're not doing that. No kale chip clips, okay?
I'll just start off the conversation by saying I'm not your enemy, okay? I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Right.
Do you think animals should have rights?
If I think, sure, of course.
Of course. Do you think they should have the right to not be exploited
I'm gonna do
by
it.
us?
I'm gonna do the dried lentils. I've never had it.
Do you think that when we farm them, we are doing just that?
Dried lentils sounds great. I love some lentils. In fact, I should make lentils for myself more. Good, just as a snack. Lentil snack.
That is
We are
exciting.
doing that.
Yeah. Do you happen to support it by buying animal products?
I don't buy animal products.
you-
Well, not totally not, because this is leather.
Oh no, why?
Yeah, well, it is.
Well, why not buy something that's made of plant leather?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Just because these are 10 years old already.
Ah, they're 10 years old already. Okay, but you didn't are you vegan now?
No, I'm not vegan. I'm
So-
vegetarian.
So you still buy some animal products?
Yeah, probably.
Like
yeah.
what?
Um,
Do you buy cheese?
yes, I do buy cheese.
Yeah.
And I do eat cheese. Yeah.
Do you know what happens to dairy cows in the
I
dairy
know.
production?
I know.
Let's just
No,
go
I don't
through it
think
to be
you
sure,
know.
because a lot of
I
people
don't
think
think
they know, but they
A lot of people say they know. I don't think they know.
realize that they don't. So why do cows produce milk?
Sorry?
Why do cows produce milk?
Why?
Yeah,
Because they have to feed their children.
exactly.
I know.
You're already smart. I love it. So that's true. Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers?
No. I live next to a farm. Really, the same. My house is here, and there's the how do you say
The
that?
fence.
No, not the fence. The weiland. The
here.
mow.
Oh, the moat, the water thing, right?
No, where the cars are walking around. And
I just now noticed that screen. That'd be great for footage of what he's talking about.
eating and
Okay, I don't know, like
I'm so unobservant.
where do you see cows?
on the field.
In a field. Okay, I was looking for another word.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The field.
Yeah.
So this is my house, and that is the field where
Yeah.
the cows are. And I see them being born every year, and then our farmer comes and takes them away, the children, the calf away in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And every time my heart breaks. But I do eat
get it.
cheese.
Do you see the contradiction there? Do you see the?
Of course
there's
I
a
do.
little bit of hypocrisy over there
Sure,
because
sure,
when you feel this way, it's because you don't like it, but you support it.
Yeah.
But what's keeping you in this place?
I'm guilty as charged.
What's keeping you in this place though? Like, because you could always change, right? You don't need to consume any of these products.
Yeah, if you don't eat meat, and if you don't like sweet things, because I don't like sweet,
I get that.
then there's not much left.
I mean, like, there's plant-based products all over the place nowadays in the Netherlands, right? Like, you even have plant-based cheese if you want, but if not, you can make it yourself with cashews and some water and some
Yeah.
other, like, you can find the recipe online, but.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm just asking because, you know, like, I can give you resources to help you adopt a plant-based diet within your needs. But I feel like with everything in life, when we want to do something, we'll find a way to do it, right?
Yes, you're
So,
right.
so I'm more interested in helping you get to that place where you maybe want to change, because it's not about you that I'm worried necessarily. It's about the innocent animals that I'm
you're
worried.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
You totally agree.
Yes.
So here comes a hard question then. It's a really hard question for you. How many more animals should be put in this position? Exploited, killed?
0.
For you specifically, 0?
Yes.
I would be going vegan, wouldn't it?
Then I have to be.
I have.
I have to go vegan. I should not eat cheese. No, you're right.
Or
you're
buy
right.
leather or stuff.
Or
Yeah.
buy leather. Yeah.
Let me give you a card. It'll help you out. I appreciate you. You seem like a really nice person. I like that. So there's a. I mean, I would say there's a documentary over here, but you're next to a farm and you've seen it. You've seen it.
Yeah,
all.
I see it. I see it every day.
But there's a thing here called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you adopt a plant-based
That's
diet.
a very good idea.
All of it for free, within your budget, within your means. They help you out with everything.
Thank you very much.
Love it.
It was good to meet you.
Same. I love it. I love it when I see open-minded people. And keep in mind that not a lot of you are around. Not a lot of open-minded people. So you have more of a responsibility. Not in Holland even. It's sadly there's this proportion where I feel like it's a little bit higher in the Netherlands, right? People are a little bit more open-minded. But sadly,
it was good.
Everybody's at this place where, yeah, it's bad, but I like it. So they always kind of come in this position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good meeting you.
Same. Have a good one. What a lovely lady.
Lovely lady, huh? All right, I missed it. Here's the link. I think most of y'all are already subbed to Chip, but there might be some people who are not subbed to Chip. And I think that people should sub to Chip. And if you're not subbed to Chip, then sub to Chip. You ought to sub to Chip because subbing to Chip is the thing to do. It's the thing to do. Nice lady, apparently. I missed it. All right. I think I'm going to end the stream now. But y'all hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. All of it. Don't make me beg. Do I have to beg? Please, come on. Please do it. Please. I know we do, Nilf. Alan Wake 2. Jake will be live. Insanity's Vanity has a question. We can't go until we get the question. Only then can I then go eat some food in addition to my edamame. And then Alan Wake 2, maybe. In a little while. I'm in the mood for a little bit of horror game. I said horror, Nilf, horror, not Nilf, come on, stop. Nilf. Yes, Steven, you should. That'd be awesome. It would be great. Steven, too, would be like going live, reacting to some of this religious stuff. You're so good at it. Sometimes I'll react to it. Not a ton of religious stuff, but I'll react to Christspiracy channel and your channel. I won't have a ton to say because I don't know. But you would be good at that. I think they have a question. They're just timing it for the most inconvenient time when I was trying to leave. Did I talk to anyone about Barry Horn? Rest in peace to the legend in my interviews. You appreciated the Rod Coronado interview. Yes, I did. Thanks for the question. It's almost like you knew, but you didn't know. So I have an interview on my channel with John Curtin. John Curtin of Camp Beagle, and John knew Barry Horn personally. He also knew Jill Phipps. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity to ask Barry, who I believe might be the only, well, I'm sure now that I've talked to some more ALF guys, there may be more people that have known Jill and Barry. I think Ronnie did. I could be wrong. Yeah, actually, when Jill Phipps died, there's this part in Ronnie Lee's biography where it talks about how when Jill died, his wife at the time, I believe is still his wife, they thought it was her who died because the news trickled out that a young woman was killed protesting live export, and they thought it was Ronnie's wife. Thought that was interesting. So I guess she knew Jill. I don't know if Ronnie did. I think Ronnie met Barry. So, but John knew him well. I think they were like buddies. So yeah, go check out my interview with John Kerr. I'll link to it. Let me go find it. That's nice. It's like you have a real interest in Barry, huh? Let me find it. Sometimes people are about like, let me ask a question, and when you preface a question with I've got a question, a lot of times it's going to be a tough question. That was a nice question. John, by the way, this one at the time this was like one of my longer interviews. We wanted to do a part 2. Now I think we will at some point. There's an interesting development happening that y'all might see soon, where I might go back and interview some people that I've already interviewed on another channel, actually. You'll see. So we'll see. So yeah, there's the John Curtin interview. And sorry I don't have timestamps and stuff, but oh look, it happened automatically. Timestamps happened automatically. And Barry Horn, 24/20. Nice. I've never seen that happen to my videos. Wow, this is really well done. Gotta hand it to YouTube. It says well, some of these are like kind of weird. But Barry Horn, The Hunger Strike, Jill Phipps, Forever Young, Disempowering Heroes, image for why am I? I can show y'all. It's like that. See, Barry Horn. I didn't do that, by the way. I didn't make these channels happen automatically. Grave digging print. Yep. There was some crazy shit in that interview. Go listen to it. You'll like it. Thanks for the question. No audio, JS? Well, nice to see you. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Y'all have a good night. Some of you I might see in a little bit for Alan Wake 2. Take care.